figure out the cave.
Cracking the books.
Alright.
Books.
Sounds like you have a plan. Good. Hello everyone, welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Ellie.
Yo.
Kirv.
Hello.
Mortar.
Hello.
And Vinny.
Hello.
We will be missing Romulus for the next few sessions, but we hope that he enjoys his holiday. And as a reminder, the party leveled up last session. We've already rolled hit dice for the party. Everyone's added their new abilities. But some of them won't be getting to use them just yet, for certain unknown reasons. So, let's get into this, shall we? Welcome, everyone. Last session, our party of adventurers, Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, completed their heist of Ian Gemstack's museum, successfully avoiding traps, dangers, and overcoming a final encounter with some rather lethal constructs. They managed to escape with the cage and scrolls of blueprints in hand, but not acquiring too much attention from Ian and his allies. You arrived in Zakas, and maybe have some final preparations to do before taking a rest. After all, Gemstack will not stop until he finds what he is looking for. So, as you enter into the main kind of teleport antechamber during this time, the architect sees you all kind of enter in a far worse state than you'd left in previously. Very much knowing that you've basically just come back from a dangerous situation, whatever the case may be, and allows you all to head off where you need to. Going to Azera's place to potentially seek a long rest, or going to the library to get information, whatever the case may be, the floor is yours.
Full of waffle. So, got everything?
Yes.
From the heist.
Yeah.
We have the cage, and we have the documents.
Good. I will.
So-
Have you got them to hand? I guess I'm probably gonna have to make sure they can't be seen. By the way, he's
Yeah.
a really powerful caster. He has teleport.
Yeah, we did get the sense he was quite powerful, based on some of the defenses he had. Nothing that could stop us, though.
I
Vinny
did get
does
stopped
that
a
with
little
cheeky
bit.
grin and then, like, staggers on his feet a little.
I just look at you all messed up to hell.
Mortar's
Okay.
looking pretty good health-wise. He just looks very tired. He's out of resources entirely.
Fucking
I assume this is an illusion. There's no way he's Mortar better off than everyone else. What is happening?
Hmm.
What?
Mortar will kind of give Ellie a look and just point his thumb over at Romulus and go, I've had enough yap from him. I don't need it from you two. Okay? Can
Oh,
we
no,
just like
she's-
find some way to rest?
She didn't say that. She just kind of looks like there's no way. But
No, don't.
I can read your mind.
no,
I
you
can't.
This
I
was
can't,
a very
yeah, I know.
successful mission for Mortar. Not only did he do well and not almost die, he even came out with more legs than he started with.
How healthy is Vinny looking right now?
Can he take a shot?
Yeah, can he take a punch? I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Mortar will kind of just thump Vinny on the shoulder, just kind of like in response to that.
Fair enough.
Okay, so can we agree no more heists? That shit was stressful.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's
Still
a lot
eating a
easier when
waffle.
you're built for it.
Ugh.
Numbers was a lot
Okay.
better at the whole planning thing than I am. So sorry about
Hey,
that.
I mean, we can't argue with the results though.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the results, a couple of things to catch you up on. I just still don't know what the cage actually is or does. So if you're capable of identifying it, that would be
Or
good.
legend
Question
lore
first. Have you got them out? Are they like here, present, in hand?
Hold out the I'll hold up the bag of holding where they're being held.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, Chris, from knowledge, you can't scry on them while they're in the bag of holding, right?
Traditionally, no.
Don't say traditionally, Chris. Just say no.
There,
Like,
Scry
stop
cannot.
throwing wild balls at us.
You would know because you have Scry. Scry cannot go across other dimensions. Their bag of holding counts as a pocket dimension, which means it cannot ordinarily be scryed upon. You are aware that there are some more unique spells that will allow you to see into something specific like a pocket dimension, but those spells are rare and for the most part just theories. But as a collector of things, it's possible that Ian Gemstack would have such an ability, but you have no way to confirm nor deny this.
Oh my
You also
lord.
don't know the
Okay.
parameters of such a spell.
Okay. Alright. When we get a chance, I need to cast non-detect on them. Just,
How is Kirv looking health-wise, out of curiosity?
Hmm. She's bloodied.
Oh. Okay, maybe before we get to deciphering the whole magic thing, how about we see about getting ourselves all patched up, yeah? We've got to have something around here that can help with a bit of first aid.
I mean, take a rest. We've got a room where you can be in.
Sure. I mean, if everybody feels like we can do that, we can see about getting some rest, let you guys sort your wounds out, and then we can attack this maybe with a bit more a bit more of a rested mind, potentially.
Okay.
I second that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a rest, then by all means. I'm gonna go over to the architect. Is the ritual room ready?
The ritual room is prepared for when you need it. Azera is currently resting, and your grandfather is also doing the same. If you wish to visit your grandfather's place where he is resting, simply head to Azera's. He has taken up residence in the cupboard. I believe you should be familiar with this.
Prompts the right. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm sleeping in a cupboard tonight.
Alright. Well, just to prepare you for tomorrow, Ellie, and just quickly before we go to rest, could you send a sending to Inky?
Yeah.
Let her know that we have the documents. We'll be bringing them round as soon as we can, but that may not be immediate. She doesn't need to know all the details. The heist was successful, but not without hitches, so we just need to make sure we can guarantee our security and hers.
Okay.
The
no
other thing
worries.
the other thing you should know is we don't actually know exactly what's in these documents, but we did find Gemstack's notes on them.
Oh, okay. Did you manage to read Gemstack's notes at all?
Couldn't make much sense of most of it, but the gist that we got is these are old.
Okay. Like atrocities old?
Pre-atrocities.
Oh.
What was it? Arcanistic, arcan something,
Arcanian.
right?
Or
That's the one.
Arcanium.
Yeah.
Ah,
which you
they're
know,
really old.
which you know from history is really old. One thing that you do know is, I assume you say this to Ellie just to let her know.
Hmm.
The architect walks over.
Yo.
You mentioned something of a particular age, and from what you were discussing previously regarding non-detection, I take it you stole it from someone of relative power/import?
Nah.
That moment where it's like,
mean,
oh, I know we're
it depends
in
on your
trouble. This is
perspective.
naughty, but
It depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, I will rephrase it for you. You liberated it from someone who it is in the bad hands of.
that sounds better.
If you're looking to store anything in a manner of which it cannot be found, our storage vaults are open to you should you wish to do so. Know that if, for one reason or another, an individual of high standing or status, looking to you, Ellie, such as your grandfather, requests these items, he will be able to have access to them, given the permissions he has been granted as part of our agreement. I will note, however,
that's
that they will be
understandable.
locked in stasis, meaning that they will not be detectable regardless of what happens, as they will be locked within a single moment of time.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Gemstack would have much of a chance of infiltrating a place like this.
I agree.
No.
He's not weak by any means, but
Yeah. It's one of those that... So for clarification, if you put anything in the storage, it gets stored within a single moment in time until it gets retrieved, meaning that if you cast Scry or Locate Object before or after, while it's in the stasis, you won't detect anything. Because it
Okay.
doesn't exist in that timeline. Certain objects, for that reason, can't be put in there. So, for example, if they're tied to a particularly powerful spell, then they can't be affected by this. On the other hand, if they are just items, so magical items with no other tying to anything outside of themselves, then you can store them in there and keep them protected, preserved from the aging of time. You can keep them preserved from any other outside influence or sources. It does also mean if you lose the means by which to get them, then you will have lost that thing in time. And getting it back is going to be exceptionally difficult or impossible if you have no idea where it is.
yeah. Well, the device the documents are intended to create is some kind of, Arcanium dimensional device? I don't know what that means, but it sounds scary.
Yeah, no, that does sound scary.
The blueprints themselves, as far as I can tell, are just normal items. I think they're a bit more robust than paper, but they're just blueprints. The cage may be more of a problem.
I think we need to keep that on us.
Yeah. I think that would be a good idea.
Because if it's something they can't find, locate, or even know if it's in this thing, they might try and seek an alternate route to completing their ritual. At least while we've got it, we're the target.
Hmm.
And that's a good thing.
Well, it means that for them to complete their ritual, they've got to get through us first.
They've done it before.
It's true, but I'd rather at least put a fight in rather than have to deal with repercussions of something we don't know. Besides that, rituals often involve some pretty horrible things, and I'd rather them try and get this cage than find out they've sacrificed an entire area.
Yeah.
Well,
locking the cage away and hoping that would be enough didn't work for Gemstack.
Well, in the meantime, I think we've all earned ourselves a bit of respite. I'm gonna go and lay down and try and recover some of my energy, and then tomorrow, should we see about attacking the books and try and figure out what's going on with that thing pointing at the cage?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I can't tell what time of day it is in here, so I'm going to say good morning, good evening, and good night. And Mortar is going to slowly start trying to look around for where the hell the bedrooms are.
Yeah, easy enough. You've been here enough to
okay,
know
cool.
that you can. You basically walk in one door, you go to your personal way, like checkpoint, and then from there you can select where you want to go. Which in your case would be to Azera's apartment.
As Mortar is about to kind of leave through the main door, he looks back at Kirv and just says, "You coming?" Or
Absolutely.
all right. Mortar will kind of walk over back to Kirv, put an arm around her shoulder, arm on the other side of the shoulder across her chest there, just as a bit of support, and we'll walk through the door towards the bedroom.
Romulus otherwise kind of looks to you, Vinny and Ellie, and just goes, I'm also going to hit the hay. So, see you both in the morning.
Yeah, good
See you in the
idea.
morning.
Oh, just before everyone goes to bed, I call out to everyone. Well
Hmm?
done. That was difficult. You all did well.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Vinny. That means a lot.
Thanks, man.
Vinny and Ellie, are you two going to go get rests, or are you think plans first?
Yeah, are you wanting to rest, or are you? What are you
With
wanting
that,
to do?
I am officially shattered, so I'm going
Cool.
to turn in as well.
Cool. Do you mind if
You can
I
get-
take the things so I can, one, secure one, and two, cast non-detect on that one?
Please do.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
I will take them. So I will take the things. I'm going to take my runes that I have got, my paper runes, out of my scroll case, and I'm doubling split casting non-detect on the cage and the scroll case with
Okay.
the blueprints in.
Okay.
Nice.
The scroll is now, or the scroll case is now affected by non-detection, and as is the cage. As you cast non-detection, as they're taken out, you don't hear or sense anything other than you hear the architect kind of move his head in almost like a view just above, and as the spell finalizes, you hear a shattering sound. It seems that someone had cast Scry looking for one of these two groups of objects. You don't know who it is, and you gather they probably didn't see all that much given the short time between the casting of the spell and what took place. But someone is seeking one of these two objects.
Okay. Right.
Good
Well,
timing.
Okay, so can I get the idea they may have seen me? They may have seen me.
There is no way to officially tell. I will roll a perception check on my side with disadvantage to see if anyone might see you. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the results, but know that you may have been seen. You also know that you are under the effect of non-detection, so if anyone's been seen, it will be just Vinny.
Okay.
Because you're passively under the effect of
Okay.
it because of your corruption.
Yes. Okay, right. Then I'll be non-detecting on them two, and I am going to also head back, but I'm going to go to my granddad's cupboard.
Okay.
It's more cozy in there.
You and Vinny head
And I can
to
have my own room.
Azera's. As you arrive, you can see that your party has begun kind of taking the bedrolls out, going to sleep. just on the floor, on the sofas, usual ritual side of things. And you note that the main storage cupboard door is different from previously, a door that you recognize. And as you head inside, you see the long ornamental hallway with kind of the smooth, planked and otherwise well maintained wooden floor, a series of statues and paintings on either side, 3 on each side, and you see at the end of this small hallway, sat on his stool as always, is her.
Yeah, what? Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna think. Turns on guard. I can add my part to this, so I'm gonna leave my 2 elementals and try to dex by the door as well.
Okay.
Yeah, baby, our army on guard.
He looks at your little elemental army, and then looks at you and just goes, "If you need to leave them, you can, but know that I'm more than capable of taking care of anything that comes through that door."
Oh, I believe it, but you know, you could have some companionship.
Fair enough. How have you been anyway?
Yeah, I've been good. I've looked to make sure Romulus isn't like in ear distance. I've had so many waffles. Oh, they made so many waffles. They were really nice.
Well, you know that you get to choose what you want for breakfast while you're in here, so...
Why do you think I came in here?
When you could choose between a endless bridge with so much magic in it that it made your grandfather giddy like a child again, and the place that you know so well where you can get infinite waffles, you chose this one. I get it.
Hey, the waffles are good. The bridge is after the waffles. Also, how is he getting on here?
He's
I
learning a
hear
lot.
he's got... Oh, good. Good. I need to have a word with him about possibly reconstructing some bodies.
An interesting statement. If you're going into necromancy, you don't want to ask your grandfather. There are other individuals that are better for that, mainly the grave shakers.
She'll stand next to him. It's like, no, I've got mum and dad's soul, and I would like to try and make bodies to put their souls into. I
Well.
got them free, but Treladex is looking after them. I gestured to him.
Well, can't say I know much about that. But again, the
To be
grave
honest,
shakers might are
neither do I.
grave shakers are good when it comes to soul manipulation. They may be able to help.
I wonder if they could help rebuild Mum's. Mum's got damaged in the process. I'll have a word.
He might have something. If he doesn't, then don't be too downhearted. It's not his speciality.
Understandable.
But as you
Alright.
asked, he's been
Well-
enjoying it here. Make sure to check out his work board in the morning. There'll be some good stuff on there.
Oh, okay. I take it he's gone to bed.
Yeah. You should too.
Fair. Yeah, and I'm gonna do that, but on the way to my room, I'm gonna sort of like stand and sort of like peek in at my mum and dad's room.
Okay.
Just have a look.
Yeah.
This is as it should be.
You open the door, it's as you remember it. Abandoned, but still taken care of. There isn't layers of dust, it's as it was meant to be.
Mhm.
Brings back memories. And there were times when you could go to this room but not open the door. There were times you were fearful and you didn't know what was happening. And that growth is visible. You realise how much you've grown. The fact that you had just the want to come and stand by the door knowing that there is hope on the horizon. Even though you don't know it yet. And with that, you go to bed. Take some rest. And all of you get a much needed long rest. As the morning
Ooh.
comes around for each of you.
I was sorry, if you don't mind. I was
Yeah,
just going
go
to
for it.
quickly say that as Kirv is drifting off, she takes off the mask and she balls it up and she just puts it on her forehead because she misses having like either Eugene or Filch just sit on her face because it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
She just gives you a thumbs up as she tries to sleep.
Mortar just chuckled to himself.
If you're desperate, I've got Jeff.
Just shove Jeff on my face.
As you each,
Or a dragon.
as you each get your long rest, restoring yourselves back to full, the day begins. One day closer to WizardCon. As
How many days off
you,
are we?
Hmm?
How many days off are we?
WizardCon starts
Right.
tomorrow.
Oh god.
Mm.
Oh god. That's so quick.
And you'll remember your
Alright.
grandfather's going to be going with you to WizardCon, so.
Yeah, and Oak's gonna be there, and Dale's gonna be there, and
Yep.
a lot of people are gonna be there.
That's true. All happening tomorrow.
That's-
But you wake, each of you, as the much needed rest is welcome for each of you as the healing takes place, knowing full well that you are safe within this particular environment. Azera cooks up food for the rest of you as you are each waking. Romulus goes to help, and a meal is prepared accordingly. What? Inside the magnificent mansion, you exit your room, and Theamar, you can see, is there with his usual breakfast spread, a series of slices of toast, bits of jam on them, as he's otherwise eating them, and has what looks to be a series of papers next to him and this large kind of mug nearby as he's busy having a look through papers. He takes a bite, looks up at you, just gives you a nod, and goes back to his work and breakfast. Hearn, you can see, has already eaten his, and he is currently sat there, and the elementals are all behaving themselves and sat over at one corner of the main chamber, where you can see Theamar has extended a portion of this to house the three of them so they aren't taking up as much space.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, have they eaten? I mean, they don't need to, but
The elementals don't know.
Trellodex like him to eat.
Trellodex, if Trellodex wants something to eat, he'd be able to get it, so.
Good. As long as they get a chance. I am going to go over to the table and grab some waffles and maybe put some fruit on them, and go over to Grandad and have a look at his board. See what's going on.
Okay. You go over to the board, you begin to have a look at the contents of it, and go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, if you please.
Arcana. Oh lord, what is my?
I barely knew her.
Okay.
Mortar dies
Good one.
from a horrible,
26.
horrible death.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's about time. You said 26?
Yep.
You're looking at this, and it's intricate. It's new. It's also old, by the looks of it. You're looking at the workings here, and it is just fascinating to see, as you're beginning to see a convoluted method for reconstruction of certain spells. Ones from a time gone by, and as he's beginning to work on these things, you're noting that there are kind of shorthand notations which you're not necessarily fully used to, but you can still read. As you're beginning to look through them, there are what look to be small pieces of things that are pinned to the board via just some form of natural adhesive or magical effect holding them in place. And as you're looking over them, it takes you a little while. And Theamar at one point does kind of get up, go over and write a few more things down in chalk before going and sitting back down at the at his desk with the food, with some food, and continues eating and working. You see what can only be described as a theorized method for ritual casting using multiple casters to create higher levels of magic. As you're looking over the extent of this, you can see that there is a short listing of documented cases where this has happened during the pre-atrocities, and it was only theorized as something that could really be accomplished via individuals of great experience. However, it does note that there are ways to amplify one's own magic using certain items and various rituals and understandings. More notably, you see the method for making the 10th level spell Mass Teleport.
Huh. Damn.
As you're having a look over the details for this, you note that there seem to be documented cases, and as you've got the glasses, you can read all this language fine when it comes down to it. All of the old writings from the older language, shorthand that other people have made, and so on. You can see that the documented cases of this were used to teleport cities from one place on Malingo to another, using the use of multiple ritualized casting that involved at the lower end, 4 casters simultaneously channeling the spell.
Man, they've got to be strong ass casters to be casting that. Whew. Magic back then was a completely different ball game.
It was.
Ellie, language.
You're not there. As you're looking it over, you can see that he seems to be trying to decode how to reinvent similar effects on a smaller scale. So using kinds of magic to teleport not necessarily an entire city, but potentially locations, small ones, from one place to another. We're talking the mass movement of various supplies, meaning that trade deals could happen across the world without needing people to travel there. There is
a lot of issues.
There is a industrialization mindset to this to a degree on how to move various objects from one place to another, allowing the establishment of various resources, outposts, being able to actively not necessarily go without roads, but go without the middle situation. Yes, it would cut out potentially a lot of jobs, but at the same time, if magic is to come back and be the forefront of what the development of this era is, this kind of magic could very much change the game and how it's played.
It eliminates the risk of chainers.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Means the chainers would no longer be a problem, means bandits wouldn't be a problem, means wild animals that randomly attack people wouldn't be as much of an issue. And if there's ways to mass teleport between cities, then all it takes is a chain of these cities to be set up and people can go wherever they want to. The world becomes far more open.
He's kind of trying to find a way to essentially make a teleportation circle network that's active and stable.
Correct. And as you're kind of seeing all of this and coming to the conclusion of it, you're realizing that this has a lot of good situations and also has a lot of bad ones. All it takes is for an invading army to get there, and if there's not a way to shut off the switch, every city is in jeopardy from this happening. There are a lot of risks that come with this, and you can see that there are notations, previous notes and documents from the previous histories and eras where this has been used and how part of this magic was discarded. Hence why they opted to teleport an entire city instead of just teleporting the people, meaning you required a particular portion of manpower to do the work for you so that you had control over it. You're reading through this, and it's interesting stuff, and you can see why your grandfather's been very tied up in Zakuds recently.
big deal. All right. I will just sort of like reading over and things and things. So, the resources they've got here. Sorry to distract you, but what do you reckon the chances are of reconstructing bodies?
Are we talking returning old wounds and regenerating limbs, or are we talking the reconstruction of a vessel to house a soul?
For later.
Both are doable. They have the medical facilities here. I don't fully understand them, but I have gotten the general tour of the place. I saw that, from what was mentioned, you and your gang dealt with a mutated case of something within one of the main laboratories here.
Yeah.
The medical labs
Yeah.
themselves do contain enough resources and the technology that is relatively still maintained to reform a body in the event of this. But there are also spells that can do this as well. There are mentions of individuals with the healing capacity to restore individuals from death, but it may be difficult to do.
Hey, I was thinking more on. I've secured Mum and Dad's souls, but I don't know what to do about the bodies.
I can look into doing some research on this matter. Or remind me in the future and I'll get back to you.
Okay. I mean, it's not something I can do at the moment. I'm too. The corruption's too wrapped up.
From what I hear,
not
you
gonna
might have
risk.
it sorted.
Well, sort of. I don't. It depends. I've taken a gamble here, and I'm gonna have a discussion with that's in charge. Because Romulus's corruption is getting worse. I mean, he's going through an emo phase at the moment, which is funny to see, but I'm not sure about the black eyeliner. But yeah, so I'm hoping that. But I don't know. A part of me feels that it's not just gonna be a simple fix. There's a lot happening internally, and I don't want to risk their souls. So I need to sort that out before I can even attempt it. I also need to try and fix Mum's when she took damage. Hearn was suggesting maybe speak to the Graveshakers.
They would be the best for this sort of thing, but at the same time, owing the Graveshakers can be quite dangerous, especially with what we know. I'll see what I can dig up.
Okay.
And just so you know, I will be leaving tomorrow for WizardCon, so if you're looking to come with, that would be the time to join me.
Yeah, no, I will. I've got the ritual probably later. Well, it'll have to be later before thing. So we'll do the ritual. Are you sure about doing it here with the ley line? I'm just worried about losing control, and the ley line is right here.
Let's put it this way. Magic being utilized by the ley lines is not something that is easy to do. If you lost control, I doubt there's anything that could really be done either way. If anything, the ley line adds a way for us to channel as much as we want for this.
Okay. Alright. Also, I've got some really old documents here, blueprints. She gets a tube out. Can things be detected in here?
He kind of looks at it, casts a spell. No.
Okay, I will get the blueprints out. These are from like the Arcanum age. It's something to do with
The Age of Arcania.
Yeah, it was something that was collected, and I don't know if this is a highly risky thing to exist in the world or not. It could just make toast, or it could blow a city up.
You see, he
I
kind of
don't know what it is.
He takes one of them and rolls it out on the table. And you see, he kind of gets a look at it, casts another spell. You recognize a comprehend languages spell as he begins to look over the details of it. I imagine you do as well.
Yeah, I will do.
Go ahead
I'll at
and
least
make
get something
me
back.
an Arcana check, please, with disadvantage.
I just give advantage to my granddad.
If you want to. So here we
Yeah,
go,
I'll
flat roll.
help him. I imagine he's be better at this than me. So,
Okay, so that is a 28.
Nice.
As he begins to look over these, you're kind of looking at them as well. And as he's beginning to mutter, you note that saying the Age of Arcanium is a very broad time. Most people presume, if you were to say it, the time before the Age of Ascension, which is the atrocities, and where that sits in the grand scheme of things. As he begins to look over this, you're beginning to note this as well, that the writing is not primitive by any means, but it is archaic in the way that it is presented. This is a theorized and set up blueprint, possibly a first draft or prototype, you're not certain, but a blueprint nonetheless for a device that would allow you to travel between not planes, but realms, places beyond that.
Oh.
As
Now,
you're...
Can I put two and two together and work out where this queen thing is? Would I consider that a realm?
You would.
This is really not good to have in the world.
You note that you having that notation, that thought of, okay, this is dangerous, is very apt. Because your grandfather looking at this, you see he just kind of looks over this and he takes another one of the scrolls, lays it out, begins to look through some of its details and stuff, goes to the next one, does the same. And as he kind of unfurls the last one, he begins to line them up and look at the blueprints. He begins to nod. I think I understand how this all fits together. It should be doable.
I don't know if it should be. This is incredibly dangerous. We could invite things into this realm that shouldn't be here.
True. There are also places out there that we could acquire things we don't have. The unknown is a scary place. But better we go to it than it come to us.
Makes sense, but I don't know. I just feel this is a hornet's nest we really shouldn't be poking. But then if it does exist, then others may also be on this. We retrieved this and I don't know what to do with it. We're meant to be handing it over to someone for a reward, but I don't know, I just don't like the idea that this is going to be out in the world.
Give me a mo. Han. Hmm? I don't suppose you're still in good contact with... well, someone who's good at keeping things secret? And you see Hearn kind of thinks for a moment. Not entirely sure who you mean. I don't remember his name. The one who made things using magic. That's very broad. He'll be at WizardCon. Has the two of them seem to be trying to remember a name, but are unable to do so in this moment. There's almost a pause between them before you kind of see Hearn has this click almost. Do you mean Tense? The one who what was it? Made the fake wand? And you see that Theomar in this moment just kind of clicks his fingers. That's the one. You still in good contact with him? If I should be able to get in contact. Why? I need them to make a forgery. If we can get some forgeries of these, we can still meet your requirement of handing them over while also allowing us to do what we need to, if we want to use these. Hearn just kind of nods. I'll seek Tense out when we get to WizardCon.
Okay. Then in that case, can I leave these in your hands? I'd probably recommend putting them in the vault, because they're sought after.
The stasis vault.
Yes.
I can do that. Do you want me to take the scroll case as well, so I can re-up the non-detection when it gets time?
Yeah, I'll have to just get another scroll case when we get to WizardCon. They're cheap enough.
If it's just this regular scroll case, and you see he just kind of goes over to a small bag and takes one out. I have a few. I can always empty out one of these.
Okay. It was just that I can't cast it on 4 bits of paper. Can I do it once?
No, that makes sense. He takes a new scroll case, kind of takes a little bit of diamond dust, having to use the component himself, and kind of sprinkles it across the top as it disintegrates into the scroll case and almost shields it, and he takes a number of the scrolls and begins to place them in there. I'll get this to the stasis vault. We'll discuss what to do with this later.
Okay, then I'm going to go and meet up with the rest. They should all be up by now. I'm going to grab another waffle and shove that in my face before I go out and get told off for eating sweet stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will leave. I will... yeah, I'm going to take the elementals with me.
Okay.
Yeah, they follow me.
They don't fit into Azera's apartment, but as you exit through the door from the magnificent mansion into the rest of the area, you see that your party is quite happily enjoying a breakfast spread. Nothing too amazing. For the most part, it just seems to be the equivalent of a English breakfast. Lots of meats, lots of cooked toast, various different otherwise roasted and toasted vegetables as you're enjoying your breakfast spread at this moment. Yeah.
I'm going to head directly to Vinny so I can share the information I have received. Yeah. So, you cool to talk for a minute?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Okay, so me and the Grandad have looked over the blueprints. They're really something that shouldn't be out in the world. Like, they basically can enable you to teleport to other dimensions. Not planes, like, you know, the pit, hell, all of that, but completely other realities. Grandad has a plan, but I want to run it by you first, because obviously Inky is your friend and stuff. But he's going to get forgeries made of them by someone he knows. that we can then hand over to Inky? So we can keep this information safe.
Okay. How dangerous are other dimensions then?
Just like all of the colour drains from Ellie's face. So, you know, how do I put this? So you know when we escaped from the manor and I met the queen of the slimes, and basically she just one-shot Romulus and slimed him. She lives in one of the dimensions. So there could be very powerful, very bad things in some of the dimensions. There could just be normal people in others. It just feels like a massive risk, especially if, you know, people learn about powerful entities in other dimensions and want to try and make contact. We could invite unwelcome entities into this one.
Right. I can see why that would be dangerous. I'm not inclined to think that Inky would misuse that kind of power, but her plan isn't to actually build this thing, it's just to sell it on.
Yeah, and to say like an organisation like the Sons of Silver purchase it, and whatever they're trying to retrieve is in another dimension, they might be able to just jump to it.
What, bypass their need for the cage, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you manage to identify that yet?
I haven't yet. I was gonna sit down with you and identify it so I can go over information as we learn it.
Sounds good. Gemstack didn't seem to know all of the details, and I imagine he was capable of casting Identify, so I assume this will just be one piece of the puzzle, but
yeah, while
that would
I'm
still
at
be useful.
WizardCon, I'm going to try and pick up a scroll for getting more in-depth information. I know legend lore is a thing, so I'm going to try and grab a scroll for that, so I can then start getting more information on the items we're receiving. Also might help people with their own items and making them stronger.
Is Kirv able
Maybe.
to hear this going on?
Yeah, I mean, we're not being quiet and we're all sitting around a table.
As a note as well, because it was mentioned, but I forgot to go through it. I assume a sending was sent to Inky just to let her know what happened.
Yes. I did that before we went to bed, but I completely forgot to say.
But we've completely forgot to do that. Okay. In which case, can you just roll me wild magic to see if anything funny happens?
Yeah, that's cool.
You go to bed as a sheep.
Do I need to roll twice? Because I also cast non-detect and it's more of an ability rather than a spell. I don't know how it works.
Still count.
Okay, then we're
You're
good
fine for both.
anyway.
And roll for your Titan armor. Because it's the morning.
Yes.
You're fine.
Good. Scraping the barrel there, but we're good.
What do you mean? You don't want wild magic to go off?
No, not in here.
But all kinds of things could happen, like being immune to alcohol for another 28 days.
Honestly, I'm just gonna drink everyone under the table and we'll be golden. All right. Then yeah. No, you will be able to hear what we're talking about. I'm not being quiet about it.
I mean, is it really any of our business what's in the scrolls? We had a job, we did it.
Well,
It's not exactly our fault if someone misuses it.
no, but if people die and it's something we could have prevented.
So you just want to not hand it over?
Pretty much. Me personally, I don't. Stuff like this. it needs to be moderated, monitored, and in the right hands. But I don't believe people. I don't believe in people. People are very easily influenced, and some people will try and pursue power via any means. And if they can build a device that gets them to a very powerful entity, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think we should be touching this thing at all. Well, Grandad, on the other hand, thinks we should try it and do, but that's a discussion with him to have at a later date. I don't think we should. I think we're poking.
I mean, your granddad's also the guy who thought the best resolution for a, for the first time he's seen you in ages was also fight you. I'm pretty sure. So you have to forgive me if I take his opinion with a little pinch of salt there.
Yeah, no, he grew up in a very different time. But
Oh my god.
the fact is that, yeah, this is a discussion that I will have properly with him when we get a chance. But in the meanwhile, I really don't think these blueprints should be out in the world.
I'm happy to follow along, even if it does get us in more trouble. But I think this kind of information outs itself at some point.
Yeah,
How difficult was it for you to decipher this, out of interest?
it took me and him a fair bit of time, and we haven't deciphered a lot of it. We just understand the basic fundamentals. That was the two of us going over it. And he's been in there rebuilding 10th level spells. What is that? He can teleport a city.
How far?
I guess anywhere in the world. It was built off of the fundamentals of teleport, so a long distance.
Does he plan on sharing that kind of information?
I didn't ask. I hope not. I mean, from looking at what he was trying to do, he wasn't using the teleport of the city aspect of it, but more teleporting larger scale things like, for example, entire bunch of caravans. So they won't be on the road, but they can just teleport from city to city, which means trade and travel for people will be a lot easier and safer. It means that they don't come across bandits, chainers, but also...
It also means contraband from other countries can make their way in without being seen or detected. I can think of several reasons why that wouldn't be a good idea. Excuse me. Mortar will stand up and he's going to walk away. Just upon hearing that, he's very much put off by that idea of a spell being able just to teleport a whole bunch of stuff. Thinking back to the weapons, one of them that got Vinny's mum killed, and just walks away. He's going to make his way to the library as and when that is viable.
Either way, I mean, I didn't get too much information. I don't really know the intent or the extent of it. I've just something I caught a glimpse of. Either way, shall we try and identify this thing then?
Yeah, if now's a good time.
I'm going to cast Identify ritually on the cage.
Okay. You
In
cast
front
Identify.
of my breakfast.
Yeah, in front of your breakfast.
Yes.
As your breakfast sees this, it is horrified
Mm.
as Identify is kind of drawn ritually in the air. Azera's kind of overhearing all of this, and as he sees Mortar kind of wander off, he takes this moment kind of looking at all of you and seeing that you're kind of busy, and he is actually going to follow you, Mortar. As you
Okay.
as you ritually
yeah.
cast Identify, we'll just resolve that first.
That's okay.
You kind of hold you have the cage in the middle of here, the Identify's going off, there's this sudden wave of energy, and then it's a non-magic item.
What?
Okay. What? Hey, hang on, wait. Has this been pre-heisted?
As you have that train of thought, this has been pre-heisted. You have just
You're
heisted
kidding
that.
me.
You have just heisted the item that somebody else put in its place.
Just, Ella's like, oh no. I look over at Vinny. This isn't the real one.
What do you mean this isn't the real one?
Put on the table. I
They
think
already
the sons of
stole it.
Silver have already got it. Yeah.
You saying I almost died for a fake?
Apparently so. Okay, now, kind of a bit of a logistics question here. If we were to cast, or if Ian was to cast Scry on the cage.
Yep.
It wouldn't scry on this because it's not technically the cage, right? Or would it?
Depends which one he saw.
Right. Okay.
If this
so it
was,
works
if
on what
he was
saw.
sold a forgery, then there's no way to know. If he received an original and then they swapped it, then he would be searching for the original with the scry. But if it was swapped, if he maybe saw the goods after maybe an auction and then they were swapped before he got his hands on them, then he wouldn't know the original necessarily, and he would know this one more. There's a lot of what's if and unknown in that situation.
Okay. Well, this isn't good. They've got a cage, which means we need to. I'll have to keep an eye on them. Alright. Unless it's not them and someone else has stole it.
I mean, it's possible, but who else? Who else would take that specifically?
I don't think we're lucky enough for someone else to have taken it.
No, I know. I can live in hope, but. Alright. What was the third thing they needed? They got the ring, they got the cage, there was something else.
That was the wand.
It's a wand of some kind.
The wand of the eye.
We need to try and find out where this wand of the eye is. That might be our last chance to stop them.
Do you think we might find out about it at WizardCon?
I don't know if we're going to find out about WizardCon, but there might be some old books here. It won't give us information on where it's currently located, but it might give us more information that we can try and locate it. Wand of the eye. Do I have... Can I scry if I know the name of something? Or do I
You
need
can
to
try.
Do I have scry active?
Scrying. So this would be second-hand information, so they would get a +5 to their wisdom saving throw. Granted, it's an item, so the item itself would come with a plus equal to its rarity. So it already starts with a +6 because it would count as an artifact. So it would get a +11 to its wisdom saving throw. And I will roll this on the board if this is something you wish to do.
Then I'm going to look at Sidechainer, and I'm going to... Hang on a second, I was going to see if I can... Wand of the Eye, right? I'm going to try and scry on that. Can I at least get a bearing? Or
What is your
anything?
DC?
My DC is... something. 19. Roll a 1. Well,
Natural
that's not
20.
a 1.
As you go to scry on the Wand of the Eye,
Right.
there is a almost a cracking and shattering sound within your mind as you are repelled back from this attempted scrying. And you know that whatever you just tried, it contains a power that is resilient against your effects. Seems that scrying on this is going to be a lot harder than you would like.
Okay, so it's not impossible, but this is going to be challenging.
Yeah. Something else to note.
Okay.
If you attempt to scry on the cage, you will also be working with second-hand knowledge because you have now become familiar with its fake.
Yes. Is it worth trying to scry on the cage? What am I doing today? Nothing.
Roll me wild magic for the scry as well. Let's see if you blow up Azera's apartment while he's not there.
You know, I'm going to do 2 more scries, and
Okay.
I apologize, guys. I am going to. Oh, God.
Roll that D100.
I'm going to scry on Cassius, who was on his magic little adventure. 36.
Roll a D6.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think it is. Alright.
All right,
cool.
years are you aging?
You get 2 years
14 now?
older. You're 14.
Cool.
Hey,
Oh.
there you go.
Alright, I'm going to scry 2 more times, 1 on Cassius and 1 on the cage.
Your body suddenly
Isn't
feels
that a new
weak.
milestone for you?
Your body suddenly feels weak and achy, and you hate it. You hate it, but you've just been hit with period. It's just like whack.
Oh, my gosh.
Just out of
I
left
love
field.
Again! This
Again.
happens more than it should
You
do.
managed to relieve yourself of it by going back in years, but you've just walked straight back into puberty again, and it's like, ah, great.
I hate this. Alright, then yeah, I'm going to scry on the last 2 things.
You accidentally
Uh.
self-cast our word ovulate. That's fucked up.
I know. It's not even something
Just
in my
wait
spell
until,
book. It's an innate ability. I hate it.
Just wait until Ellie gets the ability to cast it on other people. Then it gets really wild.
You know what? It's even more crazy. I don't even have blood. God knows what's coming out.
No,
Black
That's-
speaker.
nothing necessarily has to come out because it's only like monkeys that tend to that have
Oh lord.
like menstruation, and humans and such.
You mean like eggs?
Not- yeah,
Monkey.
like horses don't. So
Bonker.
because you're centaur, you don't have like natural menstruation. It's just puberty has hit you. So suddenly you've been hit with hormones that hate you and a hankering for strange foods.
Regardless,
Right.
Kirv throws a pad at Ellie's head.
Time to put ham and pineapple on my waffles.
We have, yep, ham, pineapple on the waffles. We have just learned that hell
Oh.
has standards when it comes to menstruation.
Good lord.
I can't remember what they're called.
I mean,
now.
they're lawful evil, not savages.
That's true. That's true.
The pads have little runes on them that transfers all of the blood to the pit.
Onto a person in
Into
the
the
material
pit.
plane.
No, they
Where we
use it.
shove all our rubbish.
No, it transfers all the blood into ink vials so they can use it for blood pacts.
Fuck yeah!
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Recycling and all that. Okay, so what were these
Absolutely.
rolls? What were these rolls for?
So that was Cassius and the cage.
Okay, so you go
And the
wild magic on
So that
one.
goes
of
off
them.
again.
So what's the next one?
Yeah. So,
Get another 36, and you might get younger again. 94.
94.
I feel like we've had this one before as well.
Okay. All of a sudden, Ellie. First, you're hit with puberty. The next minute, you are now a large creature, and you do not fit inside Azera's apartment as you increase in size for the next minute.
Can't Ellie's form not be altered?
Oh,
I can still
You
get
can
bigger.
still
Okay.
large
Oh, right.
enlarge reduce. It's things like polymorph and
Yeah.
such.
Kirv throws an extra large pad with wings.
I oh god.
I'm gonna start
Hey,
taking gold out
I
of your
got
inventory for these.
I got the 2 scries anyway. There you go.
Yeah. So, Cassius.
You're saying sanitary products cost gold? That's fucking expensive, bro. Talk about a pink tax.
Given how many you're throwing. Yeah.
Oh god.
What do you mean? I've thrown 2.
Cassius was the first one?
Yep.
Okay. So, Cassius succeeds with a natural 19 on the die. And the second one was the cage, right?
Yep.
Okay. It got a natural 17 with its +6 that it already gets, so that succeeds.
Oh, well, I'm out of scrying. I can't scry on anything, apparently.
Yeah, as you go to scry, everything manages to push you back today, and you begin to blame puberty for your for the failings today.
Oh, I'm putting it down as I'm stressed because I know this ritual's coming up.
Yeah, that's fair. Meanwhile, in the library, Mortar, you wander into the library. Anything in particular you're looking for?
I think on Mortar's mind specifically, it's been on his mind for a while, but where kind of everything's been so crazy recently with, going to teleporting away from a incredibly botched heist and then, ending on previously botched heist and kind of everything, the reveal that his dad's weapons were being smuggled into the country and everything. He's got a lot on his mind. I think the knowledge that whatever we retrieved from that vault in Trustin's Manor has the ability to essentially, in the wrong hands, re-enable those kinds of people to keep doing what they're doing, a trade which he was in for many years against his own will. It's one of the things that really gets his blood boiling, and he just couldn't stand being in that room any longer thinking about it. So his mind instead goes to another thing which he's been thinking about. In his dreams recently, Mortar has been recalling a moment from when they were inside Vinny's head, specifically with the confrontation of the Silver Hydra and all of the events leading up to that. And he remembers the insane psychic pressure of that creature, the ability it has to almost weaponize memory to a degree, and the effect that it had and how potent it was. And Mortar has an idea for something, but he wants to see if it's possible. So he's heading to the library to see if there's any references throughout history of anyone who's been able to successfully weaponize the use of memory and use it to hurt someone or to fight back against mind wiping and stuff like that.
Okay.
Memory-based magic, I suppose.
As you head into the library, you hear kind of the clicking and clacking of the librarian as they approach. You have your library card on you, and so they nod to you in that moment, kind of lacing their fingers before them, almost waiting for you to ask for assistance, should you need it.
Yeah. Mortar looks at the size of the library. This place is huge, and he doesn't know where to start. He's like, any chance you could point me to any references of memory-based magic? Particularly, do you know if there's any references throughout history of people who have been able to weaponize that kind of thing? Any references to like entities that can do that, like creatures? And also,
you refer to psionic craft?
Sure, I guess. I mean, yeah, let's start with that. I don't have anywhere else to start. So, also, Mortar will produce Black Scorpion, shift it back into its pistol form, and he will point out the 2 triangles in the teardrop rune, and he'll say, "Can you also find me any books with a reference to this symbol?"
Religious symbols will be located within the various religious or deity-related areas. Would you like to view psionicraft or iconography first?
I feel like the Mortar's mind kind of begins to think of, while he's not the most intelligent person in the world, he is surprisingly insightful. I think that his mind instantly goes to, if the power I have is coming from a source that is incredibly dangerous, would it be safe for me to start potentially going down a road where I'm trying to build something new? Would it add like a new branch to its arsenal? So, but I think his curiosity wins him over in that moment. He's going to go with, let's go with psionicraft.
Very well. As the librarian kind of scuttles down a little ramp onto what looks to be kind of this almost light glass platform and begins to almost input a short series of code before it lights up with a line shooting through the library. You hear Azera behind you go, "You alright, Mortar? You rushed off in a little bit of a hurry after everything."
Oh, Zara, hey. Yeah, just touchy subject, that's all. But I'm not much use in there. It's all arcane mumbo jumbo. So I figured I'd self-indulge, for a change.
So you came
So,
to the
what about
library to
yourself?
look up arcane mumbo jumbo.
Well, in a way, it's something that's a little more my speed, though. Something I can kind of relate to. So I feel like I'll be of better use. Whereas Silver Cage for a cult of silver-clad wearing assassin people, while that does sound exciting, trying to understand the numbers and the rituals and stuff that Ellie does in her head on a daily basis, literally, I can't imagine anything else. So I figured I might as well make myself useful by trying a bit of self-improvement.
Well, mind if I join you?
Sure.
Two heads are better than
I mean,
one.
I could definitely. Definitely. I mean, I'm not a bookhead by any means, so this is all kind of a bit overwhelming for me. I'm more a learn on the fly kind of guy. Don't really do study all that well, but hey. So yeah, you're more than welcome. Be happy to have your company.
Azera nods, and as you otherwise head on the kind of the glass platform, it travels at remarkable speed, but you don't feel the pressure of it moving as almost a few seconds pass and you note that you have traveled miles, perhaps, in that time.
Holy
along
shit.
This library. As the glass platform slows and you step off of it, the librarian does as well. Kind of their large metallic form, just kind of looking down and goes, "We are at our destination. You may request additional help if you need it." Before looking about.
Thank you. Mortar will disembark and he'll begin kind of just perusing the sections, trying to make out words that he actually understands.
Yeah.
Based on language.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. Not very good at that, but let's give it a try.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. That's a 2. -2 is 0.
That's a 0.
That's a 0.
You're looking through a lot of this, and it all looks like arcane mumbo jumbo to you. There's a lot of words which are being used, assuming certain levels of knowledge, and there doesn't seem to be a psionicraft for dummies. As you're looking about this, you don't find all that much. Azera, on the other hand, didn't roll too badly. And
Hell yeah.
as you're going about, Azera just kind of goes, "You said you learn by experience. You're more of a doing person?"
Yeah, preferably by punching stuff, but yeah, sure.
Librarian, would I be able to get a copy of this sent to the simulations? And the librarian kind of walks over as there are hands, what looks to be kind of this crystal disc of some form to them, as there's almost this flash of arcane, and the librarian almost kind of throws it, but it hovers with almost this telekinetic energy back onto the shelf. It has been uploaded to the simulations. You may learn from it as you wish.
What?
At any point, if you wish to do so, I've sent a simulation of a variety of Sirenecraft spells and Inquisitors who were skilled in using it for training purposes. If you're looking to learn any of the magic or to see what it can do, that would be the best way to do so. It is dangerous,
yeah.
and I will note they won't kill you, but they will harm you while attempting the simulation.
Naturally. Wouldn't be any fun if there wasn't any risk.
Well, the simulation is ready when you need it. If I may also ask,
Takes a breath.
or just mention, the idea of teleporting a load of people, you mentioned that it could potentially bring in contraband from a lot of places and result in a lot of illegal activity. The people during my era had this level of teleportation. We also had the security to be able to maintain something like this. Only the most dangerous individuals were able to really utilize it in a unfortunate manner. But we took that as a opportunity to increase security, to provide certain safety measures and nets that were in place. A good example is that during my time, people often lived multiple lives. I don't mean that like one time during the day they're a shopkeeper and at night they're an assassin. I mean...
Oh, you're talking like immortality, like rebirth.
Rebirth. Many of our scholars and scientists had the ability to store their bodies and memories in a pre-designated system, much like this, and gestures to the crystal disc. They're able to store moments, store time, store pieces of themselves that can be brought back. I imagine those stores still exist nowadays, and the population of Zakers, from talking to the architect, a lot of it has been stored within various constructs that are able to live a life, but not to the same extent. It's quite possible that this could be a bad thing, like you said, if gone unchecked and without the proper supervisions. From what I know of Theomar and the way that he works around things is he figures out what the good thing is and then takes a cynical viewpoint to it and figures out how to overcome the bad things. Whereas I think Ellie is very much more the optimist. Seeing something and the potential that it might hold and the goodness in it while also being cautious, but not taking that leap of faith because she doesn't have the cynicism to understand it. The two of you make Theomar.
I don't know about that. I think Theomar's a powerful guy, definitely. I think he's got knowledge that would blow my mind, literally. I think he's an interesting character. He's shrewd and careful and all that. But maybe it says a lot about me as a person. My faith in people isn't nearly as great as someone like Ellie. We've all seen ugliness in people. Everybody has it. And sooner or later, once the allure of power like this comes into play, especially since the world now is nowhere near equipped enough to deal with it, it will be taken advantage of by the people in power. And it may not be the people who are here, it may not be the people nearby, but people will take notice. And when they do, well, I mean, what's there left to say? So yeah, cynicism, sure, definitely a cynic, me, but I don't have as much faith in people, and it's for that reason why, if this ever gets out, I don't believe that we're going to make the right choices. People are inherently selfish.
So you'd rather the world never grows, that people never try to better themselves?
There's a time and a place for growth. The whole world needs to grow together. It can't just grow in a single aspect. Otherwise, that throws balance completely out of whack. Say, for instance, arms are being created in the far side of the world that this side of the world hasn't even prepared for yet. They now have an army of people who can fire arcane bullshit that no one's ever seen before, technology. And once they have it, the rest of the world races to try and catch up. And that equilibrium causes chaos and imbalance. And don't get me wrong, I'm always down for a bit of chaos and imbalance. But I also know there's, especially within recent months, I've been traveling with the guys, there's a lot of people here who are nowhere near equipped to deal with that. And I've seen firsthand what things like that can do. And I'm not prepared to have that happen again. Not that I could stop anybody like Thamar or Ellie, of course, but in my opinion doesn't really hold as much weight as many others. But, I'll keep my reservations to myself for now, until they're needed.
You see, Azera listens to all of this and takes it all in, processing it. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. Yep, +5. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
That's a 30.
You look at Azera. He's not trying to hide it by any means, but you notice that there is something that is dark within Azera's history. You know that Azera was in a prison cell because he did something, whatever that may have been.
Yep.
If you remember from what he mentioned, it was trying to change history based on a prophecy he received by trying to act on it without the proper guidance of the Inquisitors. You also know that happened just before the atrocities. He never told you what the prophecy was. And as you look at him in this moment, something clicks within the back of your mind. He got a prophecy about the atrocities starting and tried to prevent it.
Well, I'll be.
And in that moment, you note that there is darkness that he understands. He tried to do something good, but may have inadvertently started it.
It's almost like looking in a smarter, much older mirror. You also had a voice then, huh? But much like many people nowadays, including myself, it's drowned out by louder voices. And you tried to do something good with that, and instead, the world suffered for it. If only they had listened, huh?
But I'd do it again.
I know. And
I
if I was in your shoes, I'd probably do the same.
And I think that's the point. I think that's why I'm getting caught up on this. I understand that the world needs to develop slowly, but with what's being mentioned, the idea of teleporting to new areas, the idea of being able to explore new realms, entire new worlds that exist out there, if they do exist at all, we're not going to be ready for that regardless. If anything, we need to hit these developmental points early. We've lost a lot. If I were to look at it the way that many people might, I destroyed our technology. With the atrocities happening, learning the history of it all and how much death I caused, 70% of the planet. I can't know that and simply sit by and watch as we struggle to live lives, knowing that there's so much out there that we can do to help, that there are people starving, yet we can
Mortar will
make
walk over
food.
to Azera and just place a hand on his shoulder and just say, it's never down to one person or one thing to fix the problems of the world. If you're going to do that, you got to do it with everybody. That's why you failed. That's why I'm currently failing. It's because it's just us, just one voice. The only way to bring about proper change is for everybody to be on side. And based on the way the world is right now, that time is not yet. But, I mean, bringing a little bit of the optimist back into the conversation, because not everything doom and gloom, come on. One day there will be. There will be a cause for people to rally behind. It may come in the darkest of times, it may be in light of something terrible, like the atrocities, or maybe something worse, who knows? But maybe someday, beyond our lifetimes, I'm sure, there may be a cause for everybody to rally behind, where we can all fight together and the world finally gets that happy after. It's almost childlike. You kind of gotta embrace that childlike mentality, I guess. Sure, I'm a cynic. I'll reinstate that 1,000 times. For the most part, I hate people. They're complicated and irrational and annoying, and they would just be better if they just laid down and died. But there are also good people. There are also people just doing what they can to survive. Those kinds of people don't have the same voices as people like Theamar, or resources like Theamar, who can probably rebuild that gate within, who knows what, a decade? Less? But it's not ever just down to one person to change the world. And I don't know, I have never brought about a global catastrophe before, so I can't say I relate in any way to what you went through. But as someone who fucks up on the regular, and often gets called out for it, and often doesn't like being called out for it, it pays to make sure that you at least have some people in your corner, some people with voices, if you're going to enact real change. Real change doesn't come quick. But I don't blame you for acting the way you did. You made a decision. You heard something, rumblings of a calamity. You acted. And that's more than can be said for anybody else in that era. Whatever happened there, I don't know specifics, but just based on what I've gleaned from you, I think that the world falls to darkness when good people do nothing. You tried to be a good person and you paid the cost for being that. But chin up. Future's not all dark. Mortar will pat him on the shoulder and just say, Zakers is still standing, somehow. I mean, amidst all the freaking angel invasions and shit. I mean, we're not all screwed yet. I still think it's too early for people to be having that kind of ability to be able to teleport the whole friggin' supplies and cities and shit all over the place. We're not ready for that. But if the world chooses to progress that way, when it does fall in the darkness, it'll need people to stand up against it. And I'm not saying I'm going to be one of those people by any means. I am an inherently selfish person. It's a fact that I've made very clear from day one, if not through my actions, then through my words. But I've got a cause to fight with now. I've got people I want to protect. I've got friends. Something I never thought I'd have. I have a relationship. Can you believe it? Don't answer that.
Azera
It's-
smiles and just kind of lightly nods. I understand. Now, you had another thing you wanted to look at?
Yeah, so you actually, it's interesting you bring up the pre-atrocities thing. There's a certain symbol, but I must warn you, the last person who looked at this, they went completely insane and killed themselves. So, do you have any kind of protective magic or something you can put on yourself?
Not me in this instance, no.
Probably not a good idea for me to show this to you then.
I'll head back to the others and just let them know
Okay.
that you're alright and looking up some...
Yeah, oh, if they
Information.
want me to look at anything, while I'm here, just get Ellie to throw me ascending and I'll try and make sense of all of this. And Mortar will just extend both his arms outward as the bookshelves are lining miles and miles, and he's like, ugh.
Of course. I'll go check up on them.
Sure. Hey, thanks for coming with. It's good to have your company. I'm sorry about everything.
You don't need to apologize. But it's appreciated.
You're a good man, Azera. Don't change. Mortar will walk away.
Okay. You walk away, heading to the next area, as Azera just kind of stands there for a moment before making his own way back to his apartment. I think that would be a good place for us to have a quick break.
Woo! Ooh,
Sorry, guys, that took ages.
That's
that's
alright.
very heavy
So
stuff.
did,
Don't
so did
apologise.
my scrying and information gathering, so don't worry.
Well,
I
at least
got nothing.
Well, at least the identifier was quick.
Yes, that's true.
That is true.
I mean, we got some key information, like we didn't get the cage after all of that. So
is
happy
true.
about that.
That is
Really
true. That is
aesthetic.
frustrating.
He was
I
going to
think-
tell Harlan. We'll let him have his holiday first.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 And then we'll bring him back down to this mood and just be like, oh, by the way, this isn't the real cage. And he'll be like, what?
I'm going back on holiday.
It's gonna-
I think we have to. Yeah. I think we have to assume that it's the Sons of Silver that have the real one.
It's even
Yeah.
worse.
In that case, I am at least glad to know that.
It's even worse when I know exactly when it was, when exactly it was taken, and when you guys were going like, oh, we should steal the cage, or we should steal one of the items, and then you stuck on the cage, and I was like, oh, if only you knew where they were right now.
Oh, boy.
So while we were debating stealing the cage, they were stealing the cage.
Well, Cage was already
Amazing.
gone. Damn, you hate to see it.
Yeah, it had been taken quite a while ago. But they'd done a good job.
Oh.
They'd gotten a good forgery.
Yeah, no kidding.
So what do we do with this forgery now? Like, obviously he's going to keep trying to scry on it.
We can always use these kinds of things. Who knows? Might come in handy.
That'll
Hey.
be just dump it somewhere.
You know that there's a real one out there that this you now have the forgery for.
I am
So
I am
you
not
could-
heisting the Sons of Silver. I am going
We
to
should
lose my
absolutely
mind.
hide you son of a bitch, I mean.
I like the idea that at the beginning of this, Mortar's like, we are never doing another heist. And then it's just like halfway through the session, doing
You
another
son of a
heist.
bitch, I mean.
That's how every heist movie starts. You go
Literally.
to hire the people,
I'm
they're like,
retired.
no.
And then you tell them what
Once
you're
you get a
heisting,
TV,
and they're
son of a
like,
bitch, I mean.
yep.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
I think Chris has got a thing for heists because he knows we struggle with them. No more
Yeah.
heists.
What do you mean? No, I don't have a thing for heists, but they are very easy to set up because I know that they'll take you multiple sessions to get through. It's great.
Fine. While we're attacking them while they're trying to do the ritual. We swap out the cages while they don't notice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
These guys
one
have a
thing-
notoriously
yeah.
low passive perception.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. Once they think they have the real cage, the one thing they won't be looking for is a forgery on it.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, who would be stupid enough to steal from them?
It's kind of like a weird Uno reverse almost. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
the cage.
some real reverse psychology stuff going on there, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Like, yeah, it's very important for our plans to succeed that we make this cage so convincing that it fools even us.
You know what? It'll get to the point where we're doing the thing. It's like, all right, quick, swap it out for the fake, and we'll both trip over, and it'll be one of those. Is that
Oh.
is that the real one?
Oh,
And you know
man.
full well, like it's gonna be a situation like that, and it's getting kicked around in a combat, and we're like, I've got it. Hang on, is this a real one or not?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me ritual cast identify in the middle of combat.
Just racing.
Protect me for 100 rounds.
Intense combat going on all around, and there's just Ellie sitting cross-legged with 2 pairs of horse legs, just literally sitting there doing a Rubik's Cube as he tries to solve the freaking identify spell.
Yeah, but they're trying to do
Just-
the same thing with the one they.
Yeah,
picked
they're
up
doing the
as well.
exact same
Yeah.
thing. They're literally sat opposite each other.
It's
I
Yeah,
like-
we are
walls
literally
of-
locked eyes.
Oh, I just like
Neither of us can stop because it'll ruin the ritual.
you're both just in like it's a Mexican standoff, but you know that one of you has the
Yeah.
real one, and you're just waiting to see what the other ones do, and just one of them goes, "They got the real one!" like 6 seconds before your ritual completes, and then they all sprint after you, but you have to complete the ritual because they might be lying. And it's like, great.
I was gonna say, it's
It'll be a
ultimately
great
like, they've got the real one, as we're like, but are they bluffing? Have they got the real one? It's confusing me. Damn, hang on. 3 more rounds, guys.
Or better yet, just gaslight them into believing, just gaslight them into going like, no, you're wrong, you've got the real one, and just roll really good on persuasion.
Meanwhile, Ian
'cause it
Gemstack's got
starts
the
with
real
P,
one
I
in the
can't.
museum, and you've both got forgeries. He's
The
just
real
like,
Uno reverse card was trusted was never in danger at all. Not trusting, friggin', what was his name? Tinkerbell? No, not Tinkerbell. What's his
Tinkerbell.
What's his fucking face? What's his name?
Gemstack.
Gemstack.
That's the one. It's practically the.
Yeah,
the
he has the
Gemstack, yeah.
yeah.
That's my campaign 4 character.
Play Gemstack. You're gonna play Gemstack's son? Oh no.
Oh man,
Oh my
Starts.
it's literally the kid from
level
Shrek.
1, but has
Get it
like
right.
level 9 spells. Yeah, my dad brought this.
Yeah, the rich kid who starts with all these spell scrolls but can't actually cast any magic.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And when you level up, you have to take levels in civilian. Or rich kid. Anyway, right. Going to take a quick break. I'm going to go refill my water bottle.
Yeah.
Be back in a mo. And I'm just going to run a 3 minutes of ads for the stream, just so that then don't have to worry about pre-rolls once we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, be back in a mo.
I can't believe that is a fake one. Oh
It's
my god.
so crisp. It's so crisp.
I feel like I feel dirty, and I didn't even have to do it.
I mean, it would have been worse if one of us had died, and then we realised we died for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got blueprints
you
we
imagine?
can't really sell at the moment, and we've got an orb that isn't even real.
I can say this now we've rested. I was on a failed death save.
How badly failed?
I mean, okay, just the one, but still.
Okay. I was about to say it wasn't
I
like you
didn't
rolled
like
a nat
it.
1 and failed 2.
No.
Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
rolling death saves is great actually. I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's stressful. What's it? When did Ellie went down quite recently, didn't she, for something? I remember I
Silver
rolled a
one,
nat
I
Ate
one.
too
believe.
many fucking waffles.
Oh yeah, silver one. Oh yeah, and I rolled a
Too
nat
many.
1, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Don't let this be my
join us
death.
in death. Join us in death.
But then I was like, oh, it's okay because wild magic gave me the restoration or whatever it's called. So
That was unreal.
If I die, I'm fine.
That was unreal. Genuinely.
Wild magic is a roller coaster ride, buddy. I recommend and don't recommend it.
Absolutely. Oh,
I mean,
and we got a bit into Azira's history as well. Wasn't expecting him to be the one who started the friggin' atrocities. That's fun.
no, honestly,
I feel for
a
him.
bit of a, I take
Yeah,
it
for
as a
sure.
challenge. Like, how
Bit of a
can I one-up
challenge
that?
in what way?
Yeah.
How
How
can
can we top that?
Well, keep going the way you're going with this teleporting friggin' gate, this permanent gate spell that allows you to go to different dimensions and shit. Then I think that we'll be heading for another atrocities pretty damn soon.
I mean,
But what if we need this technology for campaign 3?
It's
to
such a
exist?
bad idea. It's
Please!
such a bad
My
idea.
deal
Imagine
is
all the
it's
cool
just like-
characters we could play!
I'm starting to wonder if the character is tied to this as a plot point.
Who? Oh, wait, what?
Reigns.
Who's mine? Oh, good.
Reigns.
All right,
Yeah.
We'll do it. I mean, yeah. I mean, what I'll do is, even if it doesn't work, I might just try and bring this slime queen to the real world. So we could just have like.
I mean,
I'll be like, look, hey, do you want to come back to the material plane and we'll just go get a drink? You know?
Will Ellie be resistant to bludgeoning damage by the time of their next level up? Out of curiosity, I know they'll be resistant to everything else. But...
I think I am if I use. I think it's Tridex's heart. It gives me.
Okay, I've got to find another means of potentially stopping Ellie from dooming the world by allowing this to happen.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All of my guns useless. All of my spells worthless.
Crystal.
My fists.
Is it? I think it's heroism.
Yes, I think heroism does it.
Heroism gives you temporary hit points. It's stone skin that gives
All right,
you,
then it's stone skin.
resistance.
It's stone skin. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
then
stone
it's not
skin.
Tridex's heart. It's Cychania.
Well, I've picked my side for that particular fight when that comes around.
Which fight? I
Why
wasn't
would
here.
you even want to pick a? Why do you want to pick a side? I've said that we should invite the slime queen to the material plane for a drink.
Well, Mortar just went on a whole thing with Azera, just saying, like, the world isn't ready for this. It's a really stupid idea to try it until we actually have the relevant means of safeguarding. And it's just, Ellie's just like, let's do it! And Mortar's like, I know what side I am choosing if we choose to do this.
Ironically, Ellie and Mortar have basically just had exactly the same argument with people.
Kinda, yeah.
She was saying how she doesn't know about the whole dimension thing and poking a hornet's nest. Mortar is upset about it. And it's like, both of us have had the same argument. For the same reason, but also understand that it might actually improve the world, potentially. It's like...
Here's the thing, like, anything could improve the world, you know, it's like, good can come from severe bad, but it's very much a thing of, I think from Mortar's perspective, his faith in people is he's so cynical, which is both a good thing and a bad thing in this world, but he just does not trust people not to make a stupid decision, because when power's involved, you know.
So, you know, Ellie's isn't cynical aspect of it. It's more of the fear of the unknown.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, she engaged in the unknown once, and it corrupted and blew up her old town. You know? Like, you don't know what's on the other side of that door. Oh, yeah.
Technically twice, and then the following time you got Romulus corrupted.
Yeah, I did.
One of those wasn't necessarily her fault.
I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down to because I used your blood, so I reckon your blood made the spell go weird. Your blood was too cynical for the spell.
It definitely would not have been a recommended thing to do using my blood. But then again, it was kind of everything happened at once, so none of us really had control of what was going on there. So, yeah. But yeah, using my blood was probably not the initial idea.
Well, unfortunately, everyone was running out of blood. I was like draining you all.
That
I
is
had to
true.
just settle for what I could get.
I just wanted to say that I think it's really cool that we've come to this sort of technology that is really dividing the party in a very interesting way.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it because I mean, Ellie, for what Ellie is, she would very much be all into this because this is an interesting and amazing thing, and it's something that, like, if you ask me what would Ellie do at the end of the campaign, she wants to make it so it's safe for people to travel to locations, enhance and develop the Beastlands so people can actually, transport and move easily. Chainers aren't really going to be able to just raid and kill people. Bandits won't be able to do that. And all in all, if you improve and make trade easier in the Beastlands, then it's going to enhance the Beastlands with the rest of the Alliance. It makes Beastlands very relevant in the Alliance.
It does. It puts them on. It gives them a foot up where they haven't had a foot up for a very long time.
No. So, it was something that I've got a record. I'm pretty sure it said that I would very much like to do if that was the case. So this sort of thing that's happening is very much up Ellie's ballpark where she wants this to happen, but she also is aware that we need to put security in place, like whether that's like security from Zakers with thing, whether that's each city has to put security in. And then at that point, where do you draw the line with just a city? Do we put other things in place so corrupt guards can't be a issue, for example? So at that point, would it be an idea to maybe every teleportation or every waygate thing have a system set up for an automated security system of like maybe elementals that are tied to a crystal at each station, which Ellie is very proficient at doing. So there's a lot of different things that she would want to look into, and I imagine if her and her granddad actually sat down and talked about this in depth, between the two of them, it would be a pretty secure endeavor because, there's people bringing multiple ideas to the pot. But
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and if not, and basically we summon something terrible to the world, and that terrible thing then goes, thanks for making a teleporter to the next place for me to destroy. Well, fuck it, we ball, right?
That is the exact attitude that Mortar is fighting against. Literally, you just proved my point in like just a few words. Just fuck it, we ball. We're doing this because we can. Basically, is what I'm hearing.
Well,
I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be Ellie's personality towards it or attitude towards it.
It would be a very interesting debate to have, especially with someone like Theomar, who is a incredibly curious individual, incredibly intelligent, and so proficient in his abilities. He would, like you said, he was like, oh yeah, we could do that easy. But it's like, why are we doing? Should we be doing this because we can, or should we be doing this because we need to, or because the right time is now? I don't know. It's a very interesting debate, which I think I'm definitely happy with where I've made my stance.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I'm not going to say it's wrong. I completely understand and see your perspective.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Have we got Rain here at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. So, as Mortar goes about looking up more information, what are the rest of you doing at this time?
Okay. Has anyone got anything they want to do?
Kirv will probably make her way over to the library. It's been a little bit of time. Hopefully Mortar's cooled off a bit and she wants to go make sure he's alright.
Awesome.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. You head to the library.
Well, we should... I suppose we should also head there then, so we're all together. I need to tell
Yeah,
the
if-
party about potentially something else that might not be a great idea, but I'm doing it.
Well,
Oh god.
it needs to be done today if you're going to do it.
Well, if the cage is
Yeah.
a bust, I don't want to go figure out what's up with this wand, so
Okay.
you have to come along as
Cool.
well.
You all head to the library. Doesn't take you long to get there. It's nice and easy to do so. As you enter into the library itself, there's no one around at this current time, but you do see there's this bright light that is almost shining across the ground, and a few seconds later you see there's a glass platform and the librarian steps off of it. As the librarian wanders over to all of you. How may I be of assistance to all of you?
I'm looking for a guy that's about yay high, messy hair, purple eyes. Might have come in here.
Do you have the clearance of this individual?
Yes.
Mortar, have you set up your
No.
clearance slash next of kin to be Kirv? The answer is no,
Oh my
because
gosh.
you got this library card and was
Mortar
like,
didn't
I have
even
no
know that
idea
was
what
a
this
thing.
does. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as you ask this question,
Yeah.
the librarian goes, you do not have clearance for the location of this individual. What is it you wish to research today?
I'm gonna roll my eyes. Okay. I'm gonna send a sender to Mortar. Mortar at the door. We don't have clearance to find you. Kirv wants you.
Oh, does she?
I get that back. I'm like, disgusting.
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 Oh my god, tea just came out my nose.
Disgusting. How dare you waste tea? Oh, I'm so upset.
I'll snip it back up.
Good.
Mortar will just
Don't waste
say,
it.
so in response after saying that, Mortar will say, sorry, needed to call off. Found some interesting things regarding psionics. Currently in some simulation, and then you just hear the next few words that are remaining are just him going, ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Just sort of like,
He's-
at least just blankly like, I don't know what that means. He's in a simulation.
Should we be concerned?
No. He said ow, so whatever it is beating him up. Or he's doing something he shouldn't be doing.
I mean, there are certain simulations in the Lust Ring, if you know what I mean. It doesn't always mean it's
Well,
a
hey.
bad thing.
There's a difference between a
But
simulation
whatever,
and a
I'm gonna
stimulation.
go. Do I have anything to research?
No.
Show me something
Well, I mean,
interesting. I
You
say to the
can't
librarian.
read.
I'll look over and say,
I can pretend.
Shouldn't you, like, maybe research some information in regards to the pit?
Oh, I did
Possibly
that.
we'll
I
have to
saw
go
all
there.
I needed to see.
Five-titted demon.
I need. Oh,
Was it
right,
5?
yeah.
I thought it was 3.
But
Was
it
it
is
5?
5 now.
No, it's
It's
not.
No,
five
they're
now.
growing.
Five.
They're
It's 3
growing.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
gained
Let's
2
just-
more.
yes.
It's been
Eventually,
so
it will
long.
be a demon entirely comprised of titties.
Oh no! No!
It'll be like the conversation yesterday about a person made out of toes.
The toes. Yeah.
They
it's
call
No,
it
it's
the
just a
veteran.
person made up boobs. Oh my
It's
gosh.
just Maximus. All right.
It's just-
At some point, I need to talk to the entire party about something I need to do today, and I mean, Go into it open-minded.
You saying that to us
Wow,
right now, is
wow.
Ellie?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
But I figured, I should also have Mortar here because I want to tell him about it because it's going to involve us all. Yeah.
Well, Mortar sounds a bit busy at the moment, but I'm sure we can make time for it after we've done some research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, librarian, can you show me something interesting?
Define interesting. History, lore, colouring books.
Three-titted demons.
You have colouring books?
Oh god.
The librarian turns around, doesn't even get on the glass plate, walks over to a particular area and gestures to what looks to be a almost like a soft floor play area with like these little chairs and tables, and you can see
And Mortar's in there getting beat up.
and you and you see
just like literally a fat 5-year-old.
and you can see what looks to be a number of pieces of paper with what look to be just general shapes or black and white shapes on them that you can, and a variety of colouring pencils.
Is there an outline for a 5-titted demon
Not in this one,
that I can
no.
colour in? I guess I'll just have to draw it myself. All right.
Okay, so while Kirv sits down and draws a 5-titted demon and then
The area
colours it in.
becomes immediately desecrated.
This is. I love this.
So Vinny and Ellie, what would you like to be doing with your time?
I'm going to help Vinny look for information on this wand.
Wand of the eye?
Yeah, outside of that, if I get the chance, I want to possibly look into a book about pacts and what not to do? Question mark? A dummy's guide to pacts.
Okay.
You could ask her. She does know a few things about pacts.
She's busy colouring, it's fine.
You're busy going. You've already had your turn.
She's on a real pressing mission right now.
So, okay, Vinny and Ellie, go ahead and roll me investigation. I will say, Vinny, you have advantage because Ellie will help you with the first one, and then Ellie, your one will just be for the pact information one.
Okay. Investigation with advantage.
Oh, fucking hell.
Natural 20, that's a good start.
This is about investigation. That's, like 35.
Okay. And Vinny?
That's an 18.
18. You look up the Wand of the Eye, and you don't find anything in particular. The one thing that you do find when looking through kind of these bits and pieces about this is that there are books that are restricted. Ones that as you go to kind of... You go to open them and have a look, and you see that the pages are blank, and the front page is otherwise scribed with what looks to be this arcane rune of some form. And Ellie points out that it seems to be that some of these books have like redacted information within them, and you need a higher clearance to access them.
How do I get higher clearance?
Good question.
I suppose we could go and ask the architect.
Yeah, or could ask the librarian. She might be able to tell us how you get higher clearance.
Yeah.
And whose permission we need.
The librarian
ask
is
the
with
librarian.
you. Yeah.
How do we get these DLCs?
Additional clearance can be provided by Zeka, and an individual of similar authentication.
Okay, so that would be architect, What level of authentication has my granddad got?
You don't know.
Is oh shit, Thingamabob still here?
Azera.
Yeah, killer of 70% of the planet. Yeah.
So you don't know that.
They're a
As
destroyer of the world.
as
In job title.
I'll say, he wasn't taking the glass platform back because he had some thinking to do. So while Ellie and Vinny are currently searching through this information, finding that some of it is contraband and they're not able to actively look at some of this information, you're there colouring. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
I was going to ask if I could do that. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
There's a 26.
20
Put it on Zera's fridge.
on a dexterity check.
Oh, check. Sorry, I'm not
I'd
saving
say-
throw,
so-
obviously.
Can.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you have a
hell.
dexterity of 24? How? Why are you in heavy armor?
Sorry, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As Azera walks by, kind of slowly trudging, you can see he's kind of deep in thought. And as you watch him kind of walk by, he goes around the bookshelf and then he walks backwards and kind of sees you sat in the kids' area, currently drawing. Are you lost?
I believe I'm right where I want to be.
Okay.
Are you lost?
No, I was just heading back to the apartment to tell you all that Mortar's going to a simulation thing to learn about psionics.
To learn about psionics. Fascinating topic.
Good chatting with you. And keeps walking.
We dropped off at daycare while the
Yeah, you
adults
did.
do the adult things.
You did. When one of the partners goes to
Oh.
get beaten up, the other one goes to daycare.
That's crazy.
We both need our enrichment.
We do. Yours is through colouring pencils, mine is through getting beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, you know where Azera is, and he's going back to his apartment now.
Okay. So my point was that maybe he knows something about clearance.
Ah, no, he's in the wrong area of the library for that.
Then, God, you know, it's not a. I'm going to use more spell points. This is getting out of control. All right, I am going to send ascending to the architect. How do you go about getting more clearance for information that's relevant to what we're pursuing?
Clearance needs to be provided by Zeka themselves or another individual of high clearance status, such as a High Inquisitor. As it stands, I do not have the authority to provide such clearance, given my role. But your grandfather is seeking a way to acquire more.
The architect just died, I guess.
No, then it's the end of the sending.
All right.
Your grandfather is
God.
trying to find a way to
It's-
find more.
Okay. We're currently locked. We can't get the thing because there's no one that exists that can give clearance.
Yep. All the people who can give clearance are dead. So your grandfather's trying to figure out how to get more.
Okay. Well, looks like we can't access this book, and we're not going to be able to because there's no one alive that can give the clearance. Granddaddy's
Well,
working
that's
on it, though.
unfortunate. Okay, what can we do in the meantime? Okay. The Silver Sovereign. We're assuming that's what they're after, right?
I would assume so, yeah.
If we can't look up what the three keys are directly, maybe we can try and figure out what they would have to be used for? Like what this ritual would be?
Okay, I'm gonna...
Like, I bet it's very complicated and not many people understand it, but there's only... Like, it was an incredibly powerful way that he was sealed, and they need very specific things to break it, so that must narrow it down a lot, right?
Okay, I'm going to look into... in between, like, with my thing. I'm going to look up information in regards to Silver Sovereign,
Okay.
or rituals, powerful rituals, to see if any of them ring similar to what I believe this ritual would have been.
Okay.
And what the criteria are.
Go ahead and make me another investigation check, if you please. I'll see the Vinny, you can roll with advantage, or Ellie, you could do a single roll. Or roll each, rather,
Vinny,
I
what's
should
your
say.
plus? Do you want to roll for me, or do you want to do it with advantage? I don't know what your plus is to investigation.
Surely lower than yours, but it's +9.
It really isn't much lower than mine. I've got +10. Go with advantage, buddy.
All right. Just for reference, Vinny has expertise in, despite his negative intelligence, has expertise in investigation thanks to his training with numbers.
Yep.
So,
That is crazy.
if this fails, it's his fault.
Way to blame a dead guy for if things go badly.
No, he can't fight back. 25.
That's true. Okay. 25. You have a look around specifically for the Silver Sovereign, and you do find information. The Silver Sovereign is a title that was given to a particular group of individuals who worked under or as the Clembric Starks. Following reference to Clembric Starks, the Clembric Starks are a group of highly skilled and trained assassins who lived in a kingdom a sovereignty to the north of Zakers, an area which would now potentially be considered as the I think it's the Vasavi jungle. Let me just double check on that one. I remember the name. In an area nearby to the Vasavi jungle.
That name rings a bell, so...
Yep.
Just a second.
Sorry.
Isn't that where...
Hmm?
Go on.
No, you were going to say, isn't that where...
Isn't that where, like, Cassius was meant to be going?
It's where Cassius walked past, yes. So Valadoon is... if you were to leave Valadoon and go out of the... kind of just out of the main entrance, out into the wilds, you would end up in the Vasavi jungle. If you left Romulus's homeland of Lupa's Apex and went down the mountain, you'd end up in the Vasavi jungle. If you left the hideout that Vinny you had near Zaro's Scar, you could walk within a day's journey to the Vasavi jungle. Or less than a day's journey to the Vasavi jungle.
The fact is that he's in that area.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay.
But the area itself was mostly forgotten, and the Silver Sovereign utilized that area as their main base of operation in a large city there. The city's name is not mentioned as it goes about it. It seems to only reference the region as a whole, known as the Refell, which is Refell. As you go about reading through more about the Silver Sovereign, it mentions that the Silver Sovereign, there have been plenty of them. There have been about 5 in the history that it lists. It doesn't list their name, only that the individuals discard their name and use magic to hide them after they become the Silver Sovereign, so that they cannot be invoked by individuals who use magic based on words and names, using some old technique to hide their original names. As you read through more of this, it mentions that the last Silver Sovereign was sealed away by members of their own court after what they attempted to do during the time period of... Sorry, my calendar, where did it go? During the years of 2673 AC. Which you know is about 1,000 years, a little bit less than 1,000 years before the atrocities.
Lord.
Okay.
It mentions that they were sealed by members of their own court, and the area of the Refell otherwise, for the most part, was reclaimed by numbers of the court prior to that. The members of the Climbric Starks then disbanded and entered various other lines of work, becoming very professional assassins and very dangerous individuals, several of whom found themselves under various death penalties for assassinations that they'd committed, but the organization itself was secret for a long period of time. The last killing that happened on record, from what you can tell, seemed to have been recorded only a year before the atrocities. So they're an organization that persisted even after their leader had died or been sealed away.
Okay. Rafael, you said the area was called.
Yes.
And that was... Did you say north of the... It's north of, Zagas.
North of Zakers, yeah. It doesn't distinctly outline the area, but the area would include, say, for example, it could encompass anywhere from the entirety of the Northern Beastlands to all the way to the edge of Zakers, which would be a massive swath of land, or it could be as small, which is still large, of the Vasavi jungle. So it doesn't specifically note the area, but it does state the region. So
Okay.
you now have a bit more
So-
information about the area as a whole.
Essentially some subset of a massive region in that part of the world.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of my history, how old is Zaro's Scar?
Zaro's Scar is... Ooh, now you're testing my knowledge, because that was... Zaro's Scar was created during the Soaring Skies Leviathan
Yeah.
mini
It's
session,
Sam's fault.
due to Sam crashing
Yeah.
the ship into the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
I think... Hold on. Is it in this one? Nope, which means it should be in Campaign 2's World Details. Major continents, here we go, because I can tell you how long ago it was based on the Raldine Alliance's royal family line. Queen Javina Rala, that was the person who was in charge, who has been in charge. So, time to do some mental math. 3, 35, 40. Okay, 50 years ago. Or no, sorry. Or about 54 years ago-ish. So 50 to 55 years ago was when Zara's scar was made.
Okay.
Which also means that the end of Campaign 1 happened about 50 years ago.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We don't actually know how long the Sons of Silver have been out of hiding
Mm.
and working again. So there's no way of confirming or denying my crackpot theory.
I still want to hear it.
That they laid dormant for so long and then became active again when something awakened them.
I see. So Sam crashing the ship into the Vasavi jungle, blowing up a good chunk of it, and creating a radioactive crater caused the Sons of Silver in Campaign 2. It is a fun theory. As much as I like it, it's not what actually happens in canon.
Cool. No, that's fine. I just thought it would be really funny for everything going on in this campaign to be Sam's fault.
Honestly,
That would
yes.
be that would be really funny. Just turn around to Sam and just like on the next time you see him and just like, it's all your fault. Campaign 2 is all your fault.
Just next time we sit down on a Thursday and think, it's your fault my mum and dad died.
Just out of left field. And Sam would be like, what? I kind of want to do that now. Anyway. But yes, so the region of the Raphel saw many Silver Sovereigns. The reason they were called the Silver Sovereigns was because of the robes and the magic that they actively utilized, specializing in using silver, which was a common currency during this era, or during their particular era. Copper coins, as much as they were a thing, they were something that was considered like cheap change. You didn't really have them. Kind of like 1 and 2p coins nowadays. You wouldn't think you have a lot if you have 21p coins. Meanwhile, if you had 20 50p coins, you've got a bit more to work with. So silver was a relatively common currency to be using, and as a result, the Silver Sovereign and the Clembric Starks used silver and the ability to manipulate that metal freely to work as assassins or work their way into various areas of government, get assassinations fairly easily, because who's going to question someone carrying around loose change? Similarly, having rings made of silver, or having them silver with a gold enamel on the outside so you can melt the interior of the ring to make a blade in a sudden moment. And in a world where there's a lot of magic, people, for the most part, don't really expect blades to be used. So having a blade that they can just summon in on a whim and slit someone's throat is a very effective way to deal with individuals.
That's useful information.
Yeah, but where it does mention that it was via their kind of a coup that the last Silver Sovereign was sealed away, suggests that the Clembric Starks didn't agree with whatever they were doing, sealed them away with powerful magic that they could do so, and then went from there. Given what you have heard, what you know with regards to the Sons of Silver trying to bring the Silver Sovereign back, this is probably what it's referring to, some sealing ritual. Having a look at the information in regards, you note that it refers to a series of books, almost all of which are redacted, where you do not have the clearance.
Oh, man.
But there is one that is not, with that roll of a 25. Finding that book and looking at the details of it, it notes the 3 things, or the 3 items that were created as a part of the ritual to seal the individual. The cage, which is the vessel which acts as the representation of the pocket dimension that he was sealed within. The Wand of the Eye, which was the ability to observe it. It was used as a method of which to be a key for the given pocket dimension, and the ring was considered the portal, the way to get into and out of this dimension. If all three were recombined with a powerful ritual, they would allow the pocket dimension to be reopened and have access to the material plane once more. From reading it, it seems like there were other individuals sent to this place as well, not just the Silver Sovereign. This is what you might consider an intergalactic permanent prison.
Oh, I don't like this.
They're trying to get into the fucking Phantom Zone. God's sake.
Oh, this ain't great.
It does note, and this would be something that you would understand, that around 16 individuals were sent to this location across thousands of years. So you know that there are some dangerous individuals in there, but they're probably not necessarily going to all be alive. Some of them might be. Silver Sovereign apparently is, if they're trying to get him out. But could also mean there are people who dislike the Silver Sovereign in there. It's a mixed bag.
Okay. For the ritual, are there any requirements? Does it need to be on like a powerful source of land, like over a lay bridge or anything like that, or could it just be hosted in Jeff's back garden?
It specifically Jeff's back garden.
Yeah.
It does mention that it needs to that the ritual needs to take place at the site where he was exiled.
Okay, so if we can get that information, we know where it's happening.
Correct.
Okay, that's given us actually a really useful bit of information.
That might not be where their current base is, but they must already have scouted the place out.
Hmm.
Unless
It means that
somehow
they can't do
don't
the
know
ritual elsewhere. So, if they do get everything and we're like, oh, we've got to stop the ritual, at least we know where it's happening.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to do. Is that the ritual can only be performed there, or it can only be used to recover him if it's performed there?
It can be only used to recover him if it's performed there.
Okay,
So
we
if they
probably
want-
don't have to worry about other people getting out. At least.
Correct, exactly. So if they wanted to get just him, they could. But if something were to, say for example, stop them from performing it at the ritual site, as long as they still have the components, they can do it anywhere. And at that point, you're looking at a pocket dimension with potentially some very dangerous individuals in there getting free.
Okay.
Which Romulus will bring to your attention would be the Undying Lord's duty to deal with them. But he's on hiatus until Romulus's family endeavour is dealt with.
Oh.
So as it
So glad he
stands,
went on holiday.
yeah. So as it stands, the world is potentially in a lot of danger if he's not there.
The more I learn about Romulus's dad, the less I like him.
Honestly,
Okay, even better when you learn who he is.
what does this mean?
What does that mean? I
It's Ezra.
No, it's not. Simon might get the reference. The rest of you won't. But that's a secret that I have to keep until Harlan has completed his backstory.
Mm.
Ah. Oh, okay. Well. Damn. And campaign 1 ended 50 years ago, yeah?
Yep. Which means
Romulus's
everyone.
dad Rook.
Hmm?
Is Romulus's dad Rook?
Who knows?
I
Did
don't
Rook
think
become the
you should
Undying
start
Lord?
asking. I don't think you should make guesses. I feel like this is going to be a big story moment, and I'd like to leave it
Oh,
at a big story moment.
there's no chance it's Rook. Let's
No,
take
there's
the
no
piss.
chance it's Rook. His granddad could be Rook. It's been 50 years.
Amazing.
His children could have had kids by then.
Oh,
It could be his Rook's
good
son
lord.
being the Undying Lord. Who knows? No, the Undying Lord's been around
All
way
because I
longer
missed his
than.
first birthday.
Yeah, all because you missed his first birthday. Because you were off gallivanting with an axe.
Okay, so all right. So at least we've got some bearer. We know what's going on. We do need to find his wand, though. This is the problem.
Yeah.
I will keep trying to scry. Apparently, it is possible, but I mean, with my rolls, well, the rolls on me,
Well-
should I say? We'll see.
Now that we know that they need a specific location available, that makes scrying seem like a good idea.
Mm.
I would think, if they're organized and smart, they're actually probably mostly staying away from that location, specifically to protect it from that. But who knows?
Yeah.
We might get lucky.
Yeah.
And Legend
honestly.
Lore is a spell, so.
Yep. And it's something I try and plan to pick up. So.
Yep, and Legend Lore doesn't need to worry about clearance, so. It'll be fine.
Oh, woo!
So,
Let's go.
you got some more information. Mortar,
Hello.
just to clear up what has happened with you in the simulation. You have been fighting a individual. They are of an Ishlan nature, so elvish in history. Kind of a lighter kind of almondy coloured skin, with what looks to be this kind of red and gold mantle. You can see that it has a series of almost strips of fabric that are a specific colour. Their form has been recreated in this moment in a almost physical illusory form. And as they've cast these spells onto you, they've done things like hitting you with so much pressure that your eyes nearly shot out of your socket. They've put you through a situation where you have relived memories and you've been trapped within them. That you have been a child again, and you have been beaten, cut, you have gone through all the trauma that your character went through. You went through a situation where the individual made you stupid to the point that you couldn't remember your own name, and you were standing there unable to really comprehend what the world around you meant until they struck you with an attack so fierce that it nearly caused your brain to herniate. As you kind of fall onto the ground, coughing and spluttering from all of these effects, feeling the different natures of the magic, you understand that psionics has a lot of reach and not much limit to it. It has a lot of freedom and creativity. But as you're going through these, you're being hit with this piece by piece, and you almost feel like a door is being shaken by each one. Not the door with the many possibilities, but a part of you is learning from this. And as you're kind of having these nasty feelings, situations, and being put through everything, I will say roll me a d20.
Okay.
You have 9 hit
9.
points remaining.
Okay.
Oh my god.
As you
So,
have gone,
Mortar,
gone through all this.
with every single like, I think Mortar very much went into this like, oh, this would be cool. Like maybe there's some reference to like some, I don't know. There'll be like some like, it's a simulation. It'll be like a bit of back and forth. I'm a pretty powerful psionic, and then I'll walk into this, and it's just no, absolutely fuck all. And Mortar gets his shit rocked. But I think, like you say, he has that he feels like there's something to this that is actually doing something to him in a way that is like he can feel like he is through this and everything, through reliving and through experiencing this psionic attack and this level of power which he never ever will probably attain. He can feel like pieces beginning to reveal itself of a door, and that door is beginning to shake as Mortar, with every single spell, just murmuring under his breath, "Yeah, not yet." And he's just pushing through and pushing through. Even when he is made so stupid he for his own name, he is still murmuring, "Not yet, not yet." He doesn't know why, but he's still murmuring it as he's just pushing through. And like the words don't even make sense to him anymore at that point, but he's still saying them. He doesn't even know what they mean, but he's still saying them. And I think the simulation ends, and so I was just like, I was hoping for a bit more of a back and forth kind of thing.
You say this to the open air. One of the constructs kind of
Yeah,
comes over, helps you
he's
sit
just
up.
looking up. He's sat on his ass, just looking up, just speaking to no one in general. He's just like, I was hoping for a bit more of a back and forth kind of thing. All I really got informed of was there's a lot I don't know, and what I do know doesn't mean shit.
As you're sat there in this moment, kind of feeling this, go ahead and make me a your choice of insight or performance.
I'll go with insight.
Okay.
As he's being quite jokey about it on the outside, but he is properly like going through what he thought. Nope, that's a 9.
That's a 9. You've taken all these punches and you feel like you haven't learnt a lot, but you know that there's something within you that's picked up a few of these things. You know that that door has been more revealed to you in this moment, pieces of it falling away, showing you a path forward even if you can't access it yet. You haven't learnt anything immediately, but something that has unlocked a way forward is certainly more than you had previously.
I think Mortar kind of staggers to his feet, his arms just like shaking from the sheer amount of just his brain being so rattled. His arms are trying to remember that they are in fact arms. As he pulls himself to his feet.
One of the automatons helps you to your feet, and as you're there,
that was the
yeah,
that was easy. That was the hardest level, right? I made it through the hard.
The automaton looks at you and replies in almost this robotic voice. Simulations have no difficulty.
I fucking disagree. Okay. So, with all that being said and done, I kind of feel like all I did was step into a room to get my ass beat, and I'm walking away way worse than I did. I feel like I can't learn anything because my head hurts so bad.
If you're looking for replenishment, please head to the bathhouses and rest a while.
I could do with a bath, but I think also the guys are probably wondering where I am, so I should probably find them. Excuse me. Mortar begins staggering towards the exit as his vision is like doubling as he's just there like, holy shit, I'm so concussed.
Yep.
As he staggers to try and find he's like, oh shit, yeah, there's that thing I've got to do. There's something about that I asked about that symbol thing. Okay, so his priorities, which are so shaken right now because his head has been bouncing on the inside of his skull so much, he staggers out and begins heading back to the main library to continue trying to research.
Okay. Kirv, you watch as a very shaky-legged Mortar wobbles into the library and is beginning to kind of wander to the platform, You've nearly finished your drawing, where you've just been colouring it in, going into a lot of anatomical detail to the pieces which need it, but not to the rest of it. As you're kind of holding this before you, and you see Mortar just kind of wander up, you see that he seems to have had nosebleeds. He's got dry blood around his nose, around his ears, around the base, kind of the edges of his eyes and within his eyelids, as he's just kind of wandering and staggering, placing his hand on the side of the bookshelf to steady himself before going to kind of stand on the glass platform to go somewhere.
Yeah. Kirv hurriedly stands up from her spot, probably takes the drawing she's done, folds it up and sticks it in her bra, and walks over and holds Mortar by his shoulders to keep him steady and goes, "Whew, quite the simulation then, huh?"
Hey, honey, how's the kids? Ugh,
As you're
man.
whisked off to the rest of the party. And so that
I didn't know you had kids.
And so I don't forget, we will actually go to your natural 20 there, Ellie, in regards to the pact information you were looking up.
No, I forgot. Glad someone remembered.
No, that's fine. As you go through and look for the details regarding various pacts, it seems to detail a lot of things which are just kind of ordinary sights to it, and most of it actually goes through more mundane pacts, not magical pacts with great beings and such, more the nature of just any ordinary pact, any agreement, any contract, and all of it involves careful reading, probably taking a lawyer with you, and going through a situation where it is all looked through in any formation. And one of the main things that it has as a warning is to not allow any form of amendments to the contract once it's made. Any form of amendment that is allowed under certain circumstances gives either party a power that the other one will not want. So it does mention that. As you're kind of looking through with a natural 20, most of it just states that if you're not in a situation where you should be accepting pacts, whether that be in a desperate situation or anything else, seek help before you go looking for making a pact with a particularly powerful creature. It notes that various fiends, devils, demons, the like, will try and make pacts wherever they can for those who are in desperate need. And a lot of the references that these books are referring to are self-help books, as well as what look to be contact information for sending individuals for therapy. You imagine these sendings probably aren't going to work, given the people for therapy are probably dead by now, but they're still there.
I could send a sending. Hey, so there's this powerful being that I'm possibly gonna make a pact with that will kill the planet.
Hey, if you want to use up some sendings and see if you can send to any of these contact information.
I need to not burn through all of my spell points because I don't know what I'm going facing.
That's fair. And also I get to make you roll wild magic checks, which could be funny in the library.
Yeah,
Set the whole place on fire.
Didn't. Oh, I like to believe that it's all protected.
Yeah, it is. You'll be fine. But yeah, so most of it is generally just common sense. There's no information to really give here. Most of it just says seek professional help with regards to all of these things, and don't take the desperate pleas from gods or great creatures because they will try and twist them in their favor. Where it is generally better to have a professional with you to go through these things.
Looks over at the party.
You watch as the glass disc kind of slides to a stop, and you see a bloodied and staggering Mortar being held up by Kirv.
Oh, totally worth it. This is what I wanted. I wanted this. I chose for this to happen. This is entirely a good decision I made.
Statement still stands.
Strong
Mortar
and
is-
strength. Still standing. Still standing.
Truly an inspiration. I mean, if we're gonna do things, do them right.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. The horsey speaks truth.
Oh,
Okay.
he's not coming in the ritual.
Oh.
We're leaving him at home. By the way, guys, on that note,
Can I? Sorry. Can I give Mortar a shot of pickle juice to try and wake him up enough to be part of the conversation?
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Mortar.
Okay.
Say
That's
this.
a bit of
It'll make you feel
thing
better.
that kills him. It'll choke.
I'm
It'll
gonna
make
say
you feel something.
I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, you do not get the benefit of the +6 from Kirv's aura because the DC for this is
That's
10.
yeah, understandable.
DC for this is 10, and it'll be
That's
fun.
that is a 12.
Okay. You drink the pickle juice. It tastes
Yeah.
horrible, and it doesn't solve
Yeah.
your brain issues. It simply makes
Ah.
the blood in your throat taste worse and sting.
I thought you loved me.
We're gonna listen to Ellie now. Shh, 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 shh.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Alright. I have done all the prep. Everyone here has done the prep. I am going to attempt to make a deal with the Queen of the Slime. Like, the corruption. Romulus is getting worse. I don't know how much I can hold this thing back for any longer. And we're going into possibly some very dangerous situations. I don't want to create more danger, more situations from that. So I'm gonna go and see if I can come to an agreement with her. That.
A pact is a pretty serious thing, Ellie.
Those dying. And taking everyone with me.
Does it have to be you?
Looks at my back legs, my wings, my back. Kind of.
Oh.
As
Okay, so what are we doing on our end then?
Okay.
Oh.
So, some can come with me, or could come with me if you want. But if this goes south, you're probably gonna have to eliminate the aftermath if this goes bad.
Okay.
And by
So
going bad, you're thinking the same kind of situation we were in last time. Manning, I mean.
More of the unless not bad as in if she overwhelms me and gives control to the creature, then
Right.
basically
So-
stop me by any means
Alright,
possible.
so you need someone on this end who might be able to kill you.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
I'm
gonna be
not
there
gonna lie.
too.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm weak as shit right now. This is gonna be a weird call. Should I go with Ellie? Because I'll be easy to kill if something goes wrong.
I don't think we're all agreed that Ellie's doing this.
Oh, okay. Sorry, brain's still a bit scrambled. Okay, so
This is the first time you
let's-
ever see Ellie so sure and thing. She's like, it's not an option.
Just so we all have a bit more information here. Assuming this
Hmm.
goes well and she's down to negotiate, what exactly are you planning to offer her?
So, the creature is in this world for a purpose. It has failed her on several attempts by doing what it's doing. I want to, one, find out what its role is in this world, and if it's something that's not egregious or involves killing everyone, then I will carry on the mantle of that in a controlled way that doesn't involve people dying, or any of the sort. And then also, as part of the agreement, if I take that on, I will ask for her to remove the corruption from Romulus. Also, if that is the case and I become a follower of her, hopefully there'll be some degree of, well, bringing some degree of control in order to the out of control corruption.
As you're mentioning this,
Okay.
you are noting that Ellie's arms have gone still. Usually there's like a natural squirming to them and a flowing of the natural nature of them. They have gone still. This is the first time you voicing the plan out loud, Ellie. And it seems that the creature is reacting to it, but you aren't entirely sure in what manner. I will invite any of you to make me an insight check. The DC is 30.
Fuck.
Sure. Why not?
I'd like to give it a go.
Oh man, I did well, but nowhere near a 30. I got a 22.
Can anyone actually get a 30 outside of crit?
I can if I get a crit.
Impossible for me.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I did it
Romulus
against
is
Azera.
maybe be the only other one.
The DC is technically higher, but 30 is the highest I'm willing to push it because, yeah, because I got a natural 20 on its deception check, whatever it did, and it has a very high deception. So technically, the full result would be something like 38, but I'm going to
Would
leave
you
it at
settle
30
for a
so it's
7?
possible. No. It seems that the creature has reacted to this knowledge in a strange way, and you're not entirely sure what it's planning.
Well, I'm not going to give it time to plan because I need to get on with this after, straight away.
Okay, so
Why does it have to be now?
Because last time I went to Bloodied or got hurt quite a lot, I lost control and turned into the creature. If we're in the middle of a big fight, a pivotal moment, and I lose control, that could be it. I want to eliminate all potential risks. 1 to this party, 2 to this world. I just don't want the risks of this. And if I can bring some degree of control, also Romulus is getting worse. And I don't think any of us can stop him if he transforms.
Romulus is fine.
Okay.
You're right, fine, Romulus. You're fine, Romulus, right?
Romulus is contemplating this and considering trying to figure out ways to tie up Ellie so she can't perform this ritual. He's not listening properly at the moment.
Okay, so who are you? So you need to take someone with you? Is that what I heard?
Well, I have to take Romulus because we've got to
Okay.
remove the corruption from him. I've got to go, obviously. I'm willing, like, people can come. But I don't. My only request is please don't antagonize what is at the other side.
Well, then
Flicked
I
its
think it's
wrist
up
and
to
nearly
you.
killed Romulus.
I think it's up to you who you bring with you. I mean, you know us, you know our strength. I think would be the most valuable to come with you. This is your show.
Honestly,
You got to make the
I'd
shots here.
I'd like to take you all with me. You all bring strength and aspects, and by using the ley line, we'll be able to utilize some of your abilities to help get through this. Vinny is very inspirational. He actually helps during situations. Kirv brings a level of reinforcement when it comes to trying to endure stuff. You help in so many different ways in regards to second chances and utilizing other abilities. You all bring something to the table, and I want to take you all with me. Grandad will be here, so will the elementals.
Hell, it's
I'd
hardly
like
the
to take
craziest
you
thing I've done today. I'm in. What do you think? Looking at Kirv.
Curve has a scowl on her face, and as much as she appreciates Ellie's words, I think Curve says, "What is driving your decision right now? Is it smarts or is it fear?"
Oh, damn.
It was fear to start with. Now it's smarts. I want to handle this in a intelligent kind of way. Instead of desperately trying to expunge what it was trying to do. Even if we can't come to an agreement, if we can't come to a pact, if I could just get information on what's going on, then that gives me an idea of what to do, how to step forward. Because at the moment, I don't know what the end goal is. All I know is that when this thing gets free, it goes on a slaughtering spree, and no one's safe. So I'm trying to look at a bigger picture.
I'm sick of us having to always look at the bigger picture.
I know, it's not all that fun.
Yeah.
But
Whatever this thing's goal is, you know it's not going to be anything good, right?
oh, I am aware. But if there's a way that we could do this to reduce the collateral on the world, I would rather that than take the risk. I mean, I'm gonna be real, I have been fighting this for so long, and I'm losing. Quite bad.
That is true. I know this thing with the Sons of Silver is imminent, but we definitely do need to do something a lot more urgently about the creature.
Yeah, this has been a problem that's been haunting this group for way too long. And yeah, if we can eliminate one problem that's festering here, I'm of the opinion we get rid of it. We'll be able to sleep a little bit safer.
On a
Don't know how
personal
much
note,
use I'll be in my...
I want to live. I want to see my parents again. Hang out with
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah. It's been a burden you've been carrying on your own for far too long. It's time that we turn the tables a little bit.
So that's what you want to offer it then? You
Yeah.
do its job in return for it keeping out of the way.
Essentially.
I don't approve of it, but I'll come. If you want me to, I'll come.
I appreciate that.
I don't know how much use I'll be at the moment, but well, why not? If we think this needs to be done, then we should probably get it over and done with before we actually come to our senses and realize how crazy this is.
Yeah. And then after we get Wizard Con, so you know.
Yay.
We'll have to make the most of that.
Hey, so long as this whole thing doesn't turn into a heist, we should be good.
Oh, if it turns into a heist, I am going to lose my mind. And this will be
Hey,
a
you
heist,
weren't
and I
even
don't
there
even
for the
have
last one.
waffles.
You weren't even there for the last one. You don't get to say shit.
Hey, it was really hard. Do you know how many waffles I had to eat? Like
Okay.
20?
Oh man. Well,
She gives you a
at least we
cheeky
got what
smile.
we went for. Mortar roll his eyes, but kind of smile back very tiredly.
Romulus at this point gets distracted and goes, "You ate how many waffles?
Oh, damn!
We're going to need to get more fiber and fruit in your diet."
Oh yeah, Romulus is definitely acting out of the order.
Oh.
I'm not going to roleplay him that much. I'll stick to the strengths that I know, which is food and turning a rat into a hat.
Punch.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
So,
well, shall we do this thing then? What do you need us to do? Just stand there?
You're coming with me. We're going the same route as we did when we saw the one. Vinny's one. Ritual
I
and
don't want to talk
Prevail.
about Vinny's one.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, you're telling me.
I still get
No.
shivers up my spine. And spine.
Yeah.
Spine. Yeah.
Okay, so. Alright. I mean.
As you all head
Let's
to
go,
the-
I guess.
As you all head to the ritual chamber, as it was previously mentioned, you arrive there to find Theamar on the ground, otherwise finishing up the last of the sigils at your request. He looks to you and holds out what looks to be a jewel-encrusted dagger, one that you recognize used in Homing Blade, the spell as part of it, but is also ceremonial enough that it would befit the situation. As you enter the center of the circle, you see Ellie's arms suddenly begin to writhe and begin to try and interfere. In this moment, Romulus is going to... Not Romulus. Theamar, sorry, is going to look to Vinny and say, "She'll need your aid on this." And Ellie, I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. You have the benefit from Kirv, being within range for this. Vinny, you may provide a bardic inspiration. Ellie, the DC is 25.
Certainly.
Okay. So I've got a plus 11.
Plus a bonus D8, should you need it.
Mhm.
Oh.
So you need a 14 or higher, so it's not possible. Mortar.
You know
would
what? I'm going to... hang on, what is it? I haven't used them yet, so...
Tides of Chaos.
No, Autobard. Oh yeah, I have Tides of Chaos too. Huh. First thing first, Autobard.
Yummy.
Autobard is a
D6?
bonus D6, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use the Autobard. Give me a bonus D6, and I'll use Vinny's thing. And if it's still low, then Tides of Chaos. Oh, for the love of Olus Holy.
Well, you always need to use
Alright.
the Tides of Chaos for certain.
Yeah. Okay. 8. Okay.
So you need a 5 or higher.
Oh, come on.
Come on. You got it.
6. We'll take
Six.
it.
As
Let's go.
with Vinny, what do you say in this moment to provide bardic inspiration?
I think you've thought long and hard about this enough. I won't tell you that I agree, but you know your own mind. If you're certain this is the right path, then you need to go full force into it.
With that and the Aura of Protection from Kirv, you begin to steady your arms in this moment as the creature attempts to gain control, where it may have been formulating a plan to stop you. This sudden emergence into the situation is overriding whatever it may have had an idea for, and as you drive the dagger through your palm, drawing a single point of damage as it pools that blood on the edge of your hand, kind of this black ichor, and as you squeeze it onto the center of the magical circle, it alights, and you feel this weightlessness amongst your group as a portal opens. Who are you taking with you?
Before.
I
Actually, yeah,
believe
that's
I'm
a good point.
taking the entire party.
The
With
entire party.
Famar and Hearn here. I
They'll be
imagine there's
outside.
Centaurs here as well.
Yep, there are indeed.
Cool. Then I know that this area is kind of secured with them. I'm taking the party. I kind of need their
Mortar, before everyone steps through, Mortar is going to spend 10 void charges to cast Cerebral Bastion on everybody.
Okay.
So that's everyone gains resistance to psychic damage. They gain they gain advantage on their next intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw. Creatures retain this advantage until the start of their next turn. Creatures may also spend their reaction to impose disadvantage on an incoming attack roll. Should it still hit, they deal 3d10 psychic damage to the attacker. That won't really be relevant. I'm more doing it for the mental saving. So everybody on your next mental saving throw, you will have advantage.
Okay, that's useful.
And that's for everybody.
Okay. I will make a note of that in the session introduction, because we're probably going to get to this next session. Okay, so something of note. Cerebral Bastion cast on everyone, giving
5 people.
advantage on the next mental saving throw.
Yes,
Mental saving
and
throw.
also resistance to psychic damage as well, if you don't already have it.
Resistance to psychic. Nope, that's not how you spell psychic. Psychic damage. Okay. As the portal opens up and the darkness within very much comes alive in this moment, Ellie, you hear the whispering gargles of the creature on your arm repeating no a few times, as it kind of goes from a whisper to a shout before it goes quiet as you enter the domain. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. I know there's been a lot of information and some bits of lore dump here or there, some fun social interaction. So, for everyone, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Are we all here next week on the 12th?
Yes.
I am, yes.
From the start?
Yep.
Wonderful. Simon and Jamie.
Yep.
I am, yes.
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'll be here.
Then we will have a session starting at the usual time next week. So for the stream, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we will see you next week for the rest of this. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.